right, so welcome back to session 5 of the Heart of Mora campaign, everyone. Session 5.
Level 1.
Yep. Welcome to level 1. Forever. Secret campaign of just level 1. So, yes, you guys are at sea still. Really about 2 or 3 days off the coast of the Lonesome Island, somewhere in and around that. After skirting your way around the ship and narrowly avoiding the detection of the 2 elves, that is Lucian, of course, and not as much Davina because she was safe in her room, but at the same time, a recent discovery of what Kushagar believes to be this bound item that was lost to Lady Red, discovered aboard the ship of the Breath of Arga, of which the elf mage Faltrina assessed that it was magical and possessing of some sort of dark energy. Upon this realization, Timdel fled to the room to inform everyone, of which you guys stormed into the captain's quarters to disrupt them opening up this package, pleading for them to not, for certain reasons, and convinced them to keep it under lock and key until more information could be discerned from it, or at least until they were able to contact Lady Red of this apparent object. As doing so, Barrett, taking your last watch in the heart of a tremendous storm, and riding it out beautifully, several crew members disappearing in the storm. 4 in total were not found the morning of when head checks were done. Still keeping guard on the captain's quarters, though. Timdel and yourself slumped down against the door of it, where eventually you shared a song, and then she scurried away, of which you began to hear whispers, as you did before when you were in the captain's quarters, inaudible enough to understand prior to. You were able to discern them this time, and it appeared that they were in the tongue of Infernal. As the fog of the morning completely surrounds the ship, and you guys float in the middle of the ocean, what do you guys want to do?
So what time is it?
It's probably like the later, maybe 7, 8 in the morning, I guess, by now.
And very heavy. Like you were saying that
Incredibly thick fog.
we can't even see the water from looking over.
Barely. At times when the boat is tipping enough, you can see it, but there's about 20 to 30 feet of thick fog.
The boat, like the ship, rather, is not moving.
It is moving a little bit, but compared to how fast you have been moving, you're maybe moving 2 or 3 miles an hour. Like, it's a walking speed, essentially. You are
So we're walking to
slogging it in this fog. As there is very little breeze, you just kind of hear the... in the silence. Zovra is currently at the helm, still. Steering away.
Just damn it.
I'm gonna get them! Would have been very useful.
enough to move a full ship.
You don't know. I guess we'll never know.
You guys all were treated for your seasickness, so the morning of, you'll feel a lot better this morning. So you'll lose your poison conditions. But as the day begins, is there anything you guys would like to be doing with your time on the ship today?
So we're keeping watch and rounds on the door.
Yeah, I'm still sitting at pretty much at the captain's quarters door.
Yeah.
And you were up all night with it, or what?
Yeah, I haven't slept yet
Okay.
because the storm happened. Then this was soon after.
Yeah, once it had calmed down.
You came when you went back to downstairs
Yeah.
for a second, and then you went back up.
I came down to get changed because I'm wearing a purple half
Like
jacket
a leotard.
and the like the elf boots.
Yes.
And
I didn't recognize your feet, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and the the
Elves!
like gymnast uniform.
Yeah, right.
Yo, dads.
It's very close fitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, he has not slept. For
No.
what? 24 hours?
No.
No,
He slept prior
it was about
to-
midnight when I
Oh, right.
so it's probably been about maybe 10 hours.
Somewhere around that, yeah.
Yeah, so
8 or 10.
I'd come up from my cabin and relieve Barrett from his post.
Okay.
I get up, but I'm not gonna head downstairs. I'm gonna go up to Zolbra.
Okay. Just steering the ship quietly. She kind of still has a sort of a monotone look on her face where she's just kind of staring, focused on what she's doing to kind of bet it.
I'd like to ask you a question.
Of course.
Have you been hearing anything? You sleep in the same, obviously in your quarters. Have you been hearing any, like, whispers or things that you can't explain? Maybe in something that you don't understand.
No. What do you mean, like dreams?
No, I was awake when I heard them.
What did you hear?
I think I heard the artifact that's in your quarters. Or I'm going crazy, one of the two.
It was speaking to you?
I don't know. The first time I heard it, it was when we were stopping you from opening it. The second time is when I was sitting at your door downstairs before coming up.
Are you sure you're not just overtired?
Oh, 100% I'm not sure. That's why I was wondering if you heard anything as well, or I should just go down and sleep.
I have not heard anything yet.
Well, that just means I'm insane. Okay.
Fair enough.
I will accept that I'm insane.
Yeah.
I guess I'm be on my phone. I start to turn around and make my way back downstairs.
Just quiet and just watches you as you walk down.
Before I head down, I go to Kushagra. If you hear anything like that doesn't seem to be coming from anybody or anything around, okay? I'm going to
report his findings to you.
I'm going to sleep.
Sweet dreams, Howard.
And I make my way back down to the room and lay down, trying to sleep, but kind of my mind's still just kind of playing back the voice that I heard and the message it was saying.
Mm-hmm.
No idea what it's talking about.
And that was the blood, more blood, right? And it was like the
Blood.
with a witch.
Quench the thirst. Karos.
Yeah, okay, I had that and I wasn't sure if I copied it down right. So it's
Yeah, because I was rewatching the
Yeah.
clip a couple times.
Roll me a wisdom check. Or actually, I suppose history check, actually. Roll me a history check.
Blood, the witch, and I come to Garros.
+2. That is a 11.
There's nothing that comes to mind. This is all very strange. It's the fact that it was speaking to you, or whispers in your head were in Infernal as well, is
Because I think that Barrett probably hasn't heard much Infernal
not really.
growing up in the carnival.
I don't know, maybe there's some awful words.
Cursing. You only know the curse
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
People always
I-
use the
yeah, I
infernal
understand
curse words.
right?
Yeah, I understand it
Get
in
it, get
talk, but don't.
It's like, what?
What did you just say to me?
How dare you? It's my mom.
I'm just gonna lie back and just look at the top bunk since I'm laying on the bottom one.
Okay.
I mean, yeah,
What are we
I guess.
saying, yeah.
Where am
I
I?
guess
Yes,
he's in the
and
hammock.
down you're in the top bunk.
What's on your mind, Barrett?
That's what I played.
I think I'm going insane.
And why do you think that?
I'm hearing voices.
Yes, perhaps then. What kind of voices?
Very hellish in tongue.
Should I be worried?
Maybe. I mean, not of me. I'm nothing but a pacifist myself.
So you're not going to snap and...
I might very aggressively sing a song at you.
Oh, God. I'm going to get something to eat. Yeah.
But,
Let's make that up.
through the little keyhole, the little, our
You're
little
welcome.
victorious glory hole.
Victorious no more.
Victory hole.
Victory hole.
And glory
G-hole.
hole,
I'll just
known
sort of
as victory.
put my mouth through and just
We call her Victory.
Victoria the victory.
Hearing a voice, it's rather fascinating.
Okay, I know
I'm
that.
curious.
I know whose voice that is.
I'm not trying to trick you, my man. Purely just fascinated by this. Push up my glasses a little bit. Just begin to take notes. What did that voice tell you to do, or speak to you in such a manner?
My ear is up against the
Yeah.
wall in between. I'm trying to hear what Barrett's
We're
response
just having
is.
little therapy sessions.
Yeah.
The first
And I'm nosy.
the first time I couldn't understand, just felt like something was talking to me. The second time, it was blood, something, thirst, and then started saying some word like I haven't heard the my people, tieflings, very like I haven't met very many of us.
Right.
I know our language, but I don't hear it talking to me. So
A little rusty.
yeah.
Of course, yes.
So I'm just here. I'm hearing infernal.
Oh, would you mind? Let's talk about your father very quickly.
Well, I don't have a father.
Ah,
My-
I see. That's very
Doctor.
interesting.
My adopted mothers were the head of the carnival and the contortionist of the carnival.
Right, right.
I'm adopted.
Ah, this makes a lot of sense.
Are you taking notes on?
No. Purely for historical facts. That's all. I just want to regale our tale.
I'm the bard.
Yes.
Yes.
These are more scientific notes, not ones of lore. That's all.
What true things about me out there?
That's fine. That's fine. The names will be redacted. Don't worry. How do you spell it? It's Barrett with two R's, right? Yeah.
It's actually two B's.
Two B's.
But the first beat. Sorry.
You're well learned. And
Ah, yes.
does the name Karos mean anything to you?
Caros.
Roll me a history check.
Sweet. Judgy. History.
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 That is a dirty 20.
Perhaps it does mean
Palms ring.
The name isn't familiar. You've not heard it before, but the dialect of it, it's definitely devilish.
Oh, boy. It does seem that dealing with some devil folk, perhaps quickly to your kin. Perhaps that's why you understood in the first place. Jolly good show, yes.
I think so.
Going now full British, as you can tell.
Is it Garros or Karos?
Karos.
Okay, see?
I can spell it. K
Oh.
A R R O S.
2 R's. So close.
Almost as good as 2 B's.
Almost.
Not quite.
Garros.
Cats.
Yeah, you wouldn't like you've heard that name before, but you're gauging that it's at least from a devilish kind of background. Yeah.
Deductions. Powers of deduction.
Familiar with linguistics and
Linguistics. Indeed.
There.
Of course.
Learn language.
Yes. I mean, Elvish is very similar to Druidish. Druidish? What is it? I'm a little rusty in my thoughts.
Yeah.
Yes, Gyarados.
Well,
I am.
if you hear anything, let me know. I'm just gonna be laying here,
I will
going insane.
look into it a little bit further. Trust me, Barrett. We'll
Thanks.
find this out together. Curiosity is killing me. Alright.
Don't speak so soon.
I'll be dead some other way, I'm sure.
Tim's right there. She's just staring at you.
Just eavesdropping on the entire.
Oh yeah, she's heard everything.
Writing feverishly through the book. Just, yes, of course. Shin Foliatus, MD.
Yes.
Mass solution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usk, is there anything you're doing at the moment? We're just chilling today.
Just wondering who's up top on the top deck.
Kushagra's up there, and as for crew, you mean?
Yeah.
Sten, Zovra, and a few other deckhands are cruising around, as well as the Wincy is up there, and the other dwarf, who is also a gunner, whose name is Glaucus. Oh, Glaukos, excuse me.
There was another gunner, but
Yes, not glaucoma.
Glaucoma.
Indeed.
Doctor.
Tails.
Yeah, Usk is just wandering around, like keeping an eye like over the ship whenever he can like see water. It's just like skeptically looking at it,
Okay.
curious.
As you're doing that, you can roll me a perception check. Kushagra, while you're up there as well, you guys, since you're both atop deck, will both hear this eventually, but
Left.
the water is strangely calm, but you still feel the push of the boat, if nothing else. But as you kind of look at the water and look out, can't see anything else. It is just white fog completely surrounding you. But as you guys are up on top deck for most of the day, you see the crew kind of going around, and there is a lot of worry and side conversations between individuals. But at some point, Zovra kind of makes this announcement to Skippy at her side. It's loud enough that you guys can hear it, as well as some of the crew are kind of listening to it as well. Where she kind of says, I believe that we must spend at least a day or two looking for the rest of the fleet. We cannot afford to lose them on these uncertain waters. Steady as she goes. Skip. Eyes sharp. Sten. So you can take note of that.
Yeah.
What is it?
the other ships are, we can't see them, so
Oh.
we don't know where they are.
But as the day continues to tick by, anything else you guys need to be trying to do on ship today?
I'd like to talk to Zobra.
Okay.
Preferably when somebody comes to relieve me. So,
Okay,
like, I don't want to leave the door
I gotcha.
unoccupied.
So we can pass through to when your watching shift ends to do that at some point. If Barrett's going to be taking over you at some point.
So are we in day 10? I'm assuming?
It is exactly. So it's still old day.
Third old day? Third old day.
Third old day, yes.
Still
of
technically
Diona.
third old day. So it's the 9th day. That is the 9th day now. Okay.
Yeah, we can assume that you've done it, unless
Yeah.
there's anything else anyone wants to be doing during the day, of course, because this will come in the evening
Okay.
once you
Yeah,
are relieved.
Who's relieving me?
It'd be me, late.
Are we just alternating 12-hour shifts?
I guess me and you are the only ones that are.
You didn't tell any of it. I think I'm the only person that knows.
I think I might have overheard it.
That knows that you're alternating shifts.
Oh.
And it was just you were
Well,
like,
she
I'm
was
watching
sick-
the
she was
door.
sick at
He
the
was
time.
like,
He
okay.
was ill. He was sick.
I'm
He was
hiding.
he was hiding.
He's in hiding.
Who's Eric doesn't care.
It was
I was
like,
there.
why?
Well, you took.
Door.
I took it like half
I don't
an hour.
believe it.
I was hanging out, and then I got emotional, so I had to leave. So,
Wow. Beautiful song.
Well,
but I
I'm
can
exhausted.
like I can kind of no one.
So at some point you become tired and are relieved.
Barrett comes to relieve me.
Okay.
I'm sorry to report, I heard no disturbances like you mentioned.
Let's say at the point when you get relieved, Zovra would probably be in her quarters, and Jason will be at the helm at this point.
I'll talk to Jason.
Okay.
Whoever's in charge, I don't want to always be bothering Zopra. Jason, may I have a word? No need to discontinue what you're doing, but I was wondering if there is going to be some sort of service for the lost crew members.
Well, until they're completely lost,
I think there is still a chance that we will find the ones who are lost in the storm.
kind of looks around and no. I've
There-
never recovered a lost sailor at sea after a storm like
I did
that.
not think
Great,
so.
sure.
Is there a standard amount of time that needs to be waited?
Captain will give the order. She's taking it a bit hard. It's quite early into the journey to be
Naturally,
losing
yes.
souls to the sea.
And we are to be staying roughly in these coordinates until we come across the rest of the fleet. That is the plan.
Continuing on north, hoping the fleet will come out of this thick fog and they'll be right at our side. There's no way to be certain, and it would be unwise to give away our position in such fog as well. You can understand the challenges at sea during the wars, and there is pirates as well. It is dangerous. We are less equipped to handle serious seafaring combat than the other ships in the fleet. We benefit from their protection. You understand?
Power in numbers, yes.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Jason. I will leave you to your work. I bow out and head down to my quarters to catch some seeds.
Okay.
I'll head down to the cabin as well for the evening.
Okay. You're taking the watch.
Taking all your money in Silo.
Oh no, she did.
So, as the day passes, very slow, ominous, quiet day. Barrett, out over your evening shift, roll me a perception check.
That's a 4.
Oh, the dice is not with us today.
But he always rolls well.
Yeah.
And we always roll terribly, so maybe
It's awesome.
we'll all roll.
Oh
I'm
no!
gonna have 5 good rolls.
Oh no, my
The tables
We stole it.
So during the long hours,
Oh, so it's that one. Oh, so
you find that there's something strangely missing about the course of your evening, and that interaction with Callie was more beneficial than you gave it credit for initially, and that causes you some distress at some point, and you find yourself having to kind of turn your head into your chest and kind of close your eyes to rid yourself of some unpleasant thoughts or memories, which draws your attention away from the door for times before you kind of like remember what you're doing. but unsure of how much time passes between your thoughts and then the reality outside of them as well. But eventually the morning comes and then the afternoon begins, and you feel very exhausted and are ready to change over your shift.
Even from beyond the grave, Callie is still screwing with you.
That little vixen.
She's still there.
Yeah, she's.
It's
Remember me?
as the morning comes at some point, and like Zovra would relieve Jason and kind of pass by you. Barrett's,
There's first one.
you are up quite early.
I haven't gone to sleep yet. I'm working the night shift, if you will.
You spoke of whispers yesterday. How are they faring today?
Nothing today, anyway. Shagar said that he hasn't heard anything. You haven't heard anything. Nobody else seems to be hearing anything. Ramblings of a madman, I guess.
Well, disconcerting for yourself, but relieving for me. This is good to hear. Kind of pats you on the shoulder.
Thanks.
Do not be disconcerted by the fog. We will find the fleet.
What? How long was Callie with the ship?
I've had Callie with the ship since, I believe, Kappa of last year.
I'm sorry for your loss. I've gotten to know her a little bit throughout the nights. She worked and she was keeping watch during the night. I spoke with her a lot. She was a friend.
I know. She was very useful on the ship. I will miss her.
Yeah, me too.
I suppose you're probably right, and I should do what needs to be done. Skip. Gather the crew. It is time. It's kind of ready, we Captain. Eventually, the whole crew is standing on the top of the deck. It is sort of the morning, so if those of you who would be doing any, going to get breakfast or any top deck stuff would notice the crew gathering over the next half an hour or so.
This is the next day.
This is, yeah, so now we're on Om Day, and it's the morning of. Will anybody be doing such?
Top deck.
I'll go top deck, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll discreetly pop back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go up there with my cloak up and get no
Say, yeah, close up. And
So yeah, after like literally a
Because
full
yeah,
24 hours
Yeah.
in a small room of like smelly puke
but
room.
like, kind of like, I'm like,
Thank you.
kind of keeping an eye out a little bit to make sure.
Okay. Are you as well?
I'll be going up to top deck, but I'm not going to be having my face. I'll just have the regular mask on without
Okay.
the magic. Just
Yeah.
try to hope that, the fog kind of
It's very
hides it
thick.
enough.
So as you guys are up there and the crew is kind of gathering, some of them are weeping. Some of them look somewhat angered, disinterested. It's not a very happy temperament aboard. It's quiet. There's not but a whisper from the wind as you kind of slowly make your way through this thick fog. And Zovra comes over. Skippy, if you would do the honors. Yes, Captain. Pulls out his small little knife, Sharpie. And she begins to perform a eulogy for each member who was lost. Which kind of, and Gulby, and Kali, and Hecator, and Jara, into the bed of Oshina, and may the goddess bring you luck in the afterlife. And everyone just takes a moment of quiet. You hear the scratching of wood in the quiet as Skippy carves names into the side of the ship. Before he kind of, that'll do, Captain. That's all. He kind of, thank you, Skippy. Everyone, this is, of course, a stern reminder of the challenges at sea here. I hope that this will be the last of our losses. If you have any other concerns, bring your attention to Skip, myself, or Jason. And congratulations, of course, to Wincy on his recent promotion.
Yikes, in the same
Out of
sentence.
pocket, Jesus.
Whoa.
Gotta get to business.
Yeah.
And Olin will be our new evening rigger.
Well, it's like
Thanks.
And congratulations, Olin, for his promotion to rigger as well.
You just feel my little tiny hand.
And the rest of you, back to what you were doing. We have lots of ground to make up. That is all. She very hurriedly walks up the steps, like, and takes the helm with an aggressive, authoritative hand, and just kind of.
I'll make my way over to the freshly carved names
Okay.
and kind of trace my hand along each one, and then kind of find Callie's name. And then I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy and have my voice 3 times as loud and just let out a yell. And then
Summon Cthulhu!
and then just turn around and sit back to where I was waiting for Kshagra.
Scream out in the air. Obviously, it draws the attention of everyone on the boat at the moment. Those of you who are not aboard the top will hear this as well. Before it just echoes and fades into the fog. Nobody says anything. Just quiet afterwards.
Yeah, I'm not actually putting up a great. I'm going insane and yelling up to the sea.
I'm feverishly writing more notes.
That's almost
Mental state is deteriorating at an alarming rate.
I'd still be above deck from the meeting, the funeral.
Yes,
So
it's
Okay.
I don't know.
after this little outburst, I'll just come up and your watch is ended, Barrett. I will take over from here.
Nice.
Right?
I'm
Just ended.
I'm gonna go get something to eat.
Okay. So as the day continues on, anything else anyone would like to be doing with the time?
I'm gonna bring the music box that I had previously made. I of course I frequent the kitchen lately, but I am gonna bring the music box to the kitchen since Cassian seemed to like my little magic trick with the light and spoon. So it's kind of like the radio playing in the back of the kitchen. We'll just have this music box
Oh,
open.
that's so awesome.
While we're working, yeah.
So you go down there for helping during the day, sort
Yeah,
of thing,
yeah.
okay? And you bring that out as well. Say, Paulus takes a little more warming up to it at first. He seems fairly distraught about the losses, more so than Cassian. She seems to be consoling him a little bit more, but she is enamored of it. And she, this is so beautiful. How did you? This is. Can you make me what? There's a song. Do you know this? And she says, it's called The Sea and the Lions. Roll me a history check.
Or she was just gonna be like, yeah, totally, yeah.
Well, that's up to you afterwards, but we'll see if you actually know what it is.
That is the answer to everything.
It's a 11.
You've heard of it. Similar lines to the song that, like, they recognize the song that's currently playing.
Can you...
You recognize it as like a fairly sad, somberly song.
Cassian, my girl.
Kind of whispers. It's one of his favorites. As much between you and me, maybe a secret. She's so confused because it's like he just hard blinked at her.
She's gonna just go back to her work in the kitchen. She's like making fake movements now.
Alex just doesn't know what to do with her hands.
You got it.
They're not working on something. I don't know.
Exactly.
Chop, chop,
So
chop, chop,
that's why
chop.
she's going back to work. Yeah, absolutely.
They always have to be moving.
Yeah,
Miss
but I'll
Paulus
do
is
that
kind of
in
like,
my,
what are you talking
comments.
about? Nothing, dear. It's just girl talk. Yeah, girl talk. I know what that is.
Not up to 8.
Okay, so you can do that.
It's here.
Anything else anyone would like to be doing for the day?
Does it seem like the weather has gotten changed at all?
Not at the moment.
I'm gonna look around for Sven.
During the day, he is in the tower.
Alright.
Ask.
Sven, Woost need rope.
What? Hold on. Comes down.
On a rope.
Yeah, on a rope. As he's like coiling it back up. What do you need,
Rope.
Rope. What for?
Swim.
Oh, I wouldn't go swimming out there, oh ski boy.
Swallow.
You never know what's in those waters, especially when they're this calm.
That wine rope. Last we heard of this.
And stay.
Okay,
Late.
well, I guess so. Passes you 50 feet of rope. What are you gonna do?
Swim.
You need me to tie you off?
Yes.
I know some good knots. Let me see. He swings it around your lizard body and catches it on the other side before, like, very swiftly sinking a knot. And you kind of feel it cinch around and kind of come up to your armpits a little bit. That'll keep you on, that's for sure. And ties it to one of the masts. You're all set.
I'd be the first one with the rope.
Maybe more rope. Way to water, Sven.
Let me see here. Kind of cinches it out. Well, yeah, you'll only really be just touching the surface here.
Just dangling like a cat, like
Yeah, just before, like,
Laughing at it.
just perfect bait. Yeah, you could be right about that. Let me see what I got here. I got more rope. Gets more, ties a longer thing. So you got about, I would say, probably 80 feet afterwards worth of length. So like 20 to 30 to the water. So it gives you like 50 feet of playroom.
Is there any like rigging or anything that would make it easier to get down to the water, or is it just
Well, the plank, and then there is also boat, like the little rowboats tied to the side of it with kind of a ladder that comes down. So there, you could just take the ladder down, I guess. Begin to drop down into this misty, horrifying water. So the boat's moving quite slowly, about 2 or 3 miles an hour, so you can keep up with it at that pace, which is quite nice. As you dip your toes into the moving ocean, the water is very cold. You're used to it, though. It's actually not incredibly cold. It's because Mora's pretty warm, so it's, maybe 12, 13 degrees.
Yeah,
It's not bad, actually. Yeah, it's pretty good.
No monster.
It's pretty good monster temp, yeah.
Such a word back up.
You feel your
So-
first toe go
is there
in.
warm enough
Before you're like,
Feel the first toe go in.
Sten's just looking over the edge, holding the rope.
Just do like a little jump off. Yeah.
As you feel the water embrace you and you swallow you, you begin to sort of sink before the rope kind of catches you from the length of it.
Yep.
You begin to swim along.
Just kind of like looking around for anything under a set boat.
Roll me a perception check.
Barnacles.
Lots of
We're all gonna
barnacles.
die.
Please
Oh.
say dirty 20.
Ooh, thank God for that.
You can pull the book out. I hate it.
Pulled out for all those guys.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
I don't want to.
So, as Usk, you plunge into the water, and it's daylight, so it's pretty dark under there right now because of the fog. But as you're like beginning to swim, looking around, you look around at the boat, see the bottom of it kind of heaving through. You see a few humanoid-looking things just attached to the bottom of it, probably about 3 or 4 from where you're swimming, just clinging onto it. They have these long kind of spaghetti-like limbs that seem boneless, and these kind of green, slimy, slippery bodies with kind of webbed fingers and long kind of ovular, pointed kind of heads, as they're just perfectly still swinging and holding onto the ship, it seems, as you're kind of swimming along.
Stories.
You see them. They don't seem to move.
See them.
They're just like little sucker fish.
Uh-huh.
But humanoid sized.
How many
Here's
is
a
there?
man.
3 to 4 that he can see.
Big as a man.
Yeah, you're on one side of the boat, so you can see like 3 at least.
I
What's up?
continue to swim
That would be.
along,
Okay.
kind of closer to the ladder.
Okay.
I hope not. I hope not.
Are you
Very much hope.
regular swimming? Or are you trying to be quiet at all?
Let's just go for a little stealth swim.
Okay. Roll me a
Walk
stealth.
up swim.
Roll me a stealth check. Trying to make as little, sound and movement as possible. Going for the little
6.
like croc. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Big splashing gator.
Yeah. You find yourself like trying to be sneaky at first, but you can't keep up with the ship, and you make like one big tail move to kind of catch up, and the ripple of it. You see all 3 of their heads just turn all towards you at the same time, and these like tiny little beady eyes of just black kind of, and their mouths open up wide. This mouth of sharp teeth, like layers deep into their mouth, just
To the ladder!
We need to talk to you about your current.
roll me a dexterity check, as there's probably there's one, I would say, one who's near enough that kind of is attached to the boat that begins to slowly start to crawl towards you as you're swimming towards the ladder.
Dex check.
Dex check. Actually, no, athletics. This is definitely athletics. Excuse me.
Please roll good.
Come on, boy.
Eat it. Boy. Come on, boy.
No dice.
Oh,
8.
no.
I was say I saw a single
8.
number over there.
You're beginning to swim. Your tail getting up there. You feel within arm's reach of the ladder before you feel around your ankle this grabbing clench. Does a 13 hit?
Nope.
So you feel this clench, and immediately your leg kicks out. You're able to kick it off as you kind of hear this like echo through the water. Make me one more, maybe a strength check.
Switch dice.
Switch dice. Please.
Oh, yeah.
7.
You.
No.
7.
You notoriously
It gets a little bit enough of you that your hand kind of slips off the ladder and pulls you back into the water. You see the other 2 that were on the side of the ship have come closer now and both lunge at you as well. Does a 18 hit?
Sure does.
The other one is like a 9.
I know.
That's a what, man?
Yeah, we don't know
18.
what
The other
it
one
is.
is a 9, so that definitely misses. As one of them grabs onto your ankle
Pull the rope, pull the rope, pull the rope.
and does
Oh, yeah, if you pull... If you
5
pull
points
it,
of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
3 points of piercing damage as it clenches into you. You feel these like little needles just penetrate into you, and you are grappled.
Underwater?
What do you want to do?
Bye, guys.
Underwater?
Yeah.
I'm just going to scream out for Sten. But he can't because he's in the water.
Pull the rope.
Furiously pull on the rope and continue to try and
Doo-doo-doo.
struggle towards the ladder.
Okay. Roll me a strength check.
So,
Or athletics check if you're trying to escape, I guess, yeah.
yeah.
As you're like one hand kind of reefing on this rope,
Yes.
the other one reaching for the ladder and trying to swim at the same
There we
time.
go. 21.
I say,
So much better. As you pull on the rope,
One
you,
enough.
you feel the rope pull with you in one thing, and you're able to kind of get free of this at the same time. You kick it off of you. You see the other 3 that were attached to the boat just push, kind of, and they begin to swim towards you before you reach towards the ladder and pull yourself halfway out. One more who was the first one. 15.
My armor class is 15.
Scratches at you. For 3 points of bludgeoning damage. 1 point of piercing damage. But you are grappled again as you're halfway out the ladder, and this thing you can see, like Sten can see the arm on you, and he kind of he's gonna pull. So it'll be advantage on this athletics check to try and break out.
Jeez.
Oh wait, I don't roll on this one. It's just a DC.
It's
Oh.
12.
okay.
Fails. You are still grappled. As Sten is pulling you, this thing is attached to your leg. Oh no! Usk, climb, Captain.
Does anyone hear?
What do you want to do?
Is anyone up top deck right now?
Just
There's a few people. Barrett, you're up top. You're on watch,
Yeah.
so you can hear Sten screaming, and you see Captain Zarva kind of like, "What is going on?"
I rush over towards
Towards like where the edge is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Sten just like reefing on the. Help! 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 You can see like Usk like clinging onto the ladder, and then like an arm, and this head comes out of the water for a second with just fangs of teeth.
I'm gonna attempt to cast Dissonant Whispers as I see his head.
Okay. It's a wisdom?
Yes.
Holy fuck, he rolled really well. 18 on the save.
Oh, no.
Maddie's
It
rolling good
does
today.
not seem to hear you. It's
Is it half damage or?
Which side of the boat is he on?
I'm not sure actually. Dissonant
Like
Whisper
side?
It takes half.
Flank
It takes
side?
half.
takes
So,
half. Okay.
My
Yeah.
side. Can I see him from the portcullis? Or I guess I was up top. Never mind. Sorry, I'm up top.
You're up top. Well, then you're up top,
Okay.
so you can hear this.
3.
Oh, yeah.
I'll run over this.
Ooh.
And you're up top too.
Yeah, I'll run over
So even
as well.
half. That's
It's just me.
Chopping in the kitchen, enjoying music.
Are we rounding down or rounding up?
Down.
Imagine it's like cutting the
7.
It's like a damage.
and mayhem. to,
7
like,
damage.
slow-mo, like
I
laughter.
have books everywhere that I don't need. Hold on.
in the kitchen.
Okay. Yikes.
Yeah. What is?
So you and Davina run over as well
Yep.
with the commotion of things. You hear Barrett kind of like saying something mean. 7?
I'm gonna summon up the power and do magic missile. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
On a boat that doesn't like that.
You do
Yeah.
this. Not going to
As
end
Usk
well.
is clinging on.
Quickly throw a bardic inspiration over to Oost.
Okay. Usk, save yourself! Stan is freaking out right now because he feels a little bit responsible for this.
5 total points of damage.
5 damage?
Yeah. Oh wait, so
What?
it's all plus 1. So
Yeah,
it's all
plus 1.
So 8. So 8. Yeah.
Okay.
Things actually don't have any health at all. I think he's dead. Yeah, he's dead. Like pinholes through this creature, you see its head kind of like turned into Swiss cheese before its body just. You feel it kind of slide off of you as like the arm is still attached and its lifeless body is still like clinging onto you at the same time, but just dragging behind. The other two may have caught up by now. One of them caught up.
I'm gonna rush over to
guess.
Sven and grab the rope
Pull?
and start helping him.
Okay,
pull
you
off.
guys make me athletics check. Yeah, you make me athletics check. You make me athletics check as well. Oh my god. This is one fast motherfucking hungry
16.
motherfucker.
Athletics?
16? Okay.
19.
0 plus. No, okay. 19 and 16? Nice. So as the combined power of Sten, yourself, and Usk also trying to get out of this, one more creature lurches out as you're heaving the last little bit of yourself up the ladder, like one or two more reaches before you're at the top of the edge of the boat. It kind of comes out of the water and its hand claws towards you. Does a 13 hit.
Nope.
It just barely misses before the dead body of its predecessor gets in its way, and it's kind of both clatter and as the boat is continuing to move, you see the splash and the ripples go away into the fog as you guys pull Usk, his soaking wet body, blood staining the front as Zovra is just coming over now. What is going on over here?
Get the Vina!
I'm here.
I didn't see her come up.
What
I'm gonna cast.
are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, so you come over.
So 1d8.
Holy shit! Holy fuck!
Classic.
Let's go.
Having fun.
1d8.
Yeah, I got masked.
Another ones. Cast your modifier.
Good thing I made that dude kick.
Holy shizit.
You off with the bang.
11 points of.
11 points?
Healing.
Nice.
You're welcome. 11.
Oh, sheesh. Hey, almost a full.
Zovra's like, what exactly is going on over here? Sten, explain the situation.
No, that's why
I think you went fishing.
Oh, you got him in trouble.
Sten, why are passengers going overboard? I was just...
Captain, my force. Or swim.
You realize you could have been killed?
His life.
Well, your life almost ended there.
But did not.
Zovra's kind of like, I just need one day stress-free.
She just lost 4 crew.
Captain. Crew dead. Confirmed.
Crew, indeed. Skippy, would you mind taking the helm for the afternoon? I need a moment to myself. Thank you.
Can I?
Just kind of staring, and shit turns around and starts walking towards your cabin.
Can I roll a history check to see if I know anything about those creatures?
You might not. I guess you would have possibly seen it if you came over. So roll me a history check. I was gonna say if you saw it or not, but yeah, I would say since
Yeah, I came over.
yeah, you came over to the edge when one was clinging.
Oh.
Yeah.
No. It's nature. I don't like that.
No,
I guess it would be more
But there were only
nature,
3
but
of
that's
them?
okay. 13.
That's great.
I mean, you understand that there are sea creatures that exist out there. Humanoid, some of them. Non-humanoid, some of them. But you're like, I'm not exactly sure exactly what this particular thing is. You only saw a glimpse of it. It seemed bad. It seemed bad.
Yeah, I know.
Great.
It fucked up. Oops.
And Skippy's kind of or not Skippy, stands. Are you all right there, Husky?
Well, he is now. As I flick my hair.
Oh, thank God, we got another sorcerer. I don't know what to call you.
Sven.
Who do you draw your power from?
Death. Have you not heard of death?
Oh, I know death. Death takes. Death is death.
Gave him life. It's life.
It's like
Confirmed.
But yes,
Realizing I gave up my position there, I'm gonna
don't be
definitely
hating on my religion.
No. It just seems strange that death would be giving life. I guess I don't
It's all about
understand.
balance.
We'll pat on those back.
Stan here just knows about.
It's the cleric in me. Can't help to see somebody who makes a stupid decision like that die.
I didn't. I admire the courage. I warned him.
I believe you.
Dangerous waters. Lucky it wasn't a shark or something.
As I'm just like,
Or a whale. Those are goblins. You'll be gone.
Kind of like,
Bigger than even you.
chuckling. Almost got fished.
Yes! You remember when we were beating those bastards on the docks the other day? Would have been you. Now, wasn't you my friend? I already lost 2 friends.
Okay, if Sten dies, I
I was gonna say, I'm riding.
Riding.
I will, throw myself into the
He's like,
yeah.
my humps just can't take it anymore.
don't personalize the characters, man.
Stop.
They're just NPCs.
They're just NPCs.
They're not real. They're not real. They can't hurt me. They're not real.
I'm gonna go back to my watch, old whiskey, but we're not gonna do that again.
Stay on. Oh,
Yeah.
for now.
Give me that rope. Starts nodding it back over.
Who's thinking about the rope he has? You can fit out the window.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I know how to make a hole.
Let me tell you.
Maybe not a new cycle.
We take a whole damn day.
So as this nearly dies,
And then we seal.
how much health did you have?
I had 3 at the end. Would have been dragged by the boat still.
Yeah. It's
Life,
just
of
like
course.
Sten's just holding onto the rope. Wonder how long he can hold his breath.
Whiskey boy?
It's like a day goes by. Whiskey, are you there?
Whiskey, my boy.
Pull up the rope and it's like the cow from.
Yeah. Chewed to shit.
Yeah.
Just skin and bones remaining. Oh my gosh.
Copper eye's gone.
Holy crap. That was weirdly stressful.
Iron eye, right?
Incredibly stressful. It's tired. It's sorry. Like all me.
So, as that's kind of the morning afternoon when that happens,
I'm supposed to save that, but I gave it away. Fuck you guys. I'm going overboard.
I'm doing it again.
Going back with my
I'm
real
going
friends.
back!
I'm not wasting another spell slot.
Fried
You
pumps.
do that again. I'm about balance, but I don't support complete stupidity.
You kind of look at your wounds that you had that have like healed over.
Some more scars now.
Yeah, exactly. A couple more scars.
Nice.
So, anything else for the day for anyone?
It's a lot of action.
5 bang.
Almost died yet.
If we're going straight into into night, evening. For this
Unless
day?
you want to be doing anything during the day.
I just want to
suppose.
make sure that I do take time in the evening to tinker and do a music box for Paulus.
You'll have time at some point,
Yeah.
yeah. So you take like an hour to
That's all I
accomplish
need.
that.
Yeah.
Amazing. Are you delivering it to him that day or like waiting
Next
till
day.
the morning? Okay. So the evening, who's on the evening watch? For the door, I mean?
You're on watch right now.
Yeah.
So somehow we've swapped.
I have no idea how you guys are doing it. It's
Must have-
weird time. It's like
Must
now
have-
gone to
Say,
about
say,
6 to
somebody-
6
somebody
now,
else.
it
I
seems.
can tag in. At nighttime, that's kind of my jam. Yeah, go for it. Okay.
Okay, so Lucian, you're taking the
I'll
watch,
take
okay?
Yeah, because you were sick. You were sick when we came up with this plan.
Yeah.
Right.
A
Alright.
sick person at the door is probably not a good idea.
Not great. They'll never suspect.
The Spanish Inquisition.
If you do.
The Elvis Inquisition.
You almost a victim of the Inquisition.
I was very much an Elvis.
Burn him on the boat. Burn him.
Burn it now!
But I'm at the stake.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
About it.
All right. So over the night, roll me perception check, Lucian,
Perception?
as you're watching the door for any mischievous stuff.
Perceptive are you? Very perceptive.
We're going to see.
Very perceptive. Not today, though.
Not
today.
I'll quit. An 8.
Oh, neat.
Plus 4.
Oh,
Hey, rolling like a champ.
have rolled really high.
That's why I picked magic.
No one, I
so
don't think
don't
anyone's
roll.
rolled. You had a great roll for Cure Wounds, so.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, we're not batting very good over on this side.
So
Yeah, the rolls have been
This
really
sounds
low
good.
over there a little bit.
Yep.
So as the evening goes on, Lucian, you find yourself finding boredom rather quickly. At some point, glancing at your book from time to time, and then back at the door, and
Scribbling notes.
turning pages, and possibly half an hour goes by before you kind of, oh, no sound. You notice people like passing by you here and there at times, but at some point your attention begins to focus on your book and what you're writing. Then you focus again on the door. And nothing seems to be amiss until the morning sun begins to break, and as the sun shines,
It would happen on my watch. God damn it.
you look out and the fog has cleared.
Oh.
just imagine you Jogger coming up over the stairs and looking.
What are you doing, man?
But it's just like,
Yeah, the book's like open on its chest.
Yeah, the door just busted open.
Exactly.
that would be a Billy Billy thing.
Very much is what we do.
I was watching the door.
So yeah, the morning comes, sun clears, woo. And
Power's gone.
Zovra wakes from, well, she comes out of her quarters, comes over and, good morning. Ah, excellent. Sten? Olen? Who is on? As Olen's kind of like, oh, sorry, Captain, any sightings? Oh, sort of from the crow's nest. Nothing I can see so far. Well, keep me informed. Jason, anything overnight? No, Captain. Seems as though the fog is cleared, though. And no sign of the rest of the fleet? No, I haven't seen anything. Very well. We will continue on to Mora as planned. As soon as the wind picks up, make sure to gather as much speed as we can. As the day begins,
Is
and
it, sorry, is the fog like completely cleared, or is it like looking behind the ship? There's like come out of the fog.
I'd say
Or
more
is it-
more to the latter, where the fog is like very, very far off in the distance. But more so, it's kind of cleared as the morning is come up for the most part. Like you can see the remnants of a big storm later, like farther away that you guys have come out of at some point during the night. But now the morning has come. It's like okay, we're pretty much out of fog right now. But it seems clear out for miles. The rest of the fleet should be within about a mile of each other, and no more.
Yikes.
There's nothing.
No ships.
Spindly little fingers got me. Nice.
So
Don't hear no screams.
during the day, you guys are making decent pace. Is there anything anyone would like to do aboard the ship today?
I'd like to talk to whoever's like in charge on the deck after I come up from.
I mean, you have your options during the day of Skippy or Zobra. They're both around.
I guess I'd go to. So,
Okay. She's at the helm right now, steering.
Captain, may I have a word?
Of course, Kushoka.
I'm worrying about this package we have left in your possession.
I am
Your possession.
as well.
Is there any method of sending a message out?
Not that I'm aware of. I have no messenger birds or magic or anything like that that I can do.
We'll have to wait until we reach the heart, I guess.
We are at the mercy of the sea at the moment.
I know we just came out of the fog, but is there? Do you have an idea of where we are in relation to our journey?
That's cocked. I have a fairly decent idea. Although it is hard to tell during the days, it's a lot easier to tell in the evening.
Of course, yes.
We have lost much time with the slow travelings of the last 2 days.
So this is tea day now?
This is tea.
I would
The
say,
yellow
if
one
I had
is
to
soft.
guess, we would be about 4 to 6 days away, given good conditions.
Hmm. I will make note of it. Thank you, Zobra. One more thing. This voyage. When do you plan on returning from the Heart of Mora?
Well,
You said 3 to 4 days, right?
if the ship is able to make the journey, I don't plan on staying in the heart for very long at all. I have an arrangement to bring some cargo back as soon as possible. You can understand the amount of valuable resources that are found in the heart, and I have a good arrangement. But things have obviously changed. There is no fleet with us at the moment, and a lot of that has connections in and amongst itself. But I wouldn't worry about that for me unless you plan on hitching a ride back, of course.
Well, just more that I do not plan on retiring on this island, the Heart of Mora. At some point, I would like to return to the main island. Are there many ships that come and go, or is this?
There are, but not all of them arrive, is the general issue. As you've noticed, the seas are quite cruel at times, and more experienced sailors can get by, while others will perish. So if you are going to return, I would make sure to have confidence in your captains. I would be more than happy to accommodate you again, provided that you are able to afford your space aboard.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Zofra. Calm seas.
Where are you staying when we arrive? She kind of calls out.
Back to me. Yeah. I intend on exploring the island. I don't believe that I will be staying in one place for too long.
Well, we will arrive at First Fire Port. I will be there for at least a week. My sister, she owns an establishment there. It is called the Faded Breast. I will be staying there during my time. She is a very interesting woman, and I believe you and her would have some things to talk about. She has been in the heart for many years and knows about the goings on there more than myself.
It sounds like a valuable connection. Thank you.
Atanda is different than me, but
What's your sister's name?
Atanda, Atanda.
Atanda. And sorry, what was the name of the port?
First Fire Port.
First Fire.
It was a faded breast.
Faded Breast.
Faded? Fated.
Faded.
We did.
Like
Like
faded.
faded.
Yeah.
I said I had a big tit.
Fated. That's a cool name.
Sorry, how many days out are we?
She
4 to
says,
6.
yeah, you guys probably have about 4 to 6 days, depending on sailing conditions. You have been most helpful aboard the ship Kushagra, and I would be happy to help you as much as possible if you're trying to find your kind.
You are very kind, Zoltra. Thank you.
First fire.
Say what you can get just by being polite, being nice to people.
I don't get that.
Establishing a pretty good relationship is
I
over.
get it anyway, so.
So,
I start to get close to somebody and they go.
Yeah.
that sucked. Did suck. It did happen, though.
And the dice have spoken.
The dice speak
Yeah, they
always.
spoke.
R.I.P. Callie.
So,
First
yeah,
first
R.I.P.
unborn
Callie.
daughter's gonna be called Callie.
Half of Matt's notes are gone.
there goes that.
The whole story.
Damn it. Clutch character, clutch.
Yeah,
No, I
it
didn't.
was integral to the story.
Nobody has plot armor in my campaigns, sorry.
Especially me.
Yeah, especially us. So during the rest of the day, someone else will have to take over, of course, as you begin to get tired, Lucian, but
I'll take over.
taking over?
Or I will.
Oh, you're taking over, okay.
Why are we all sitting here?
Just keep going.
Yeah, Tim's on. But as it goes off into, through the day and into the evening on tea day, anything anyone want to be doing?
I do. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
I find Kushagra.
Okay.
What is it, Barrett? Something on your mind?
I need to see the object.
I'm afraid that's not possible. Not until we reach the Heart of Mora, at least. Why do you wish to lay your eyes on this object?
It's eating at me.
Do you not think that this might be a reason not to relent to this desire?
I'm not good with desires, though. I need it, fulfillment is kind of the name of the game.
This fulfillment might mean the end of the Barrett that I know.
That's why I'm coming to you to talk to you first instead of just.
I appreciate this. This is a healthy way to handle these urges. What do you think will happen if you do not look upon this object?
It's eating at me. That I heard these whispers while I was around it, and now nothing. But it was there.
You feel like it's answers that you seek.
Possibly.
It is a difficult thing to accept that there are things that we cannot know. It takes great strength of character.
But what do we do with it?
This object,
Yes.
we learn about it. We provide caution when we are around it. I trust Scythia? Lady Red?
Lady Red.
I trust this woman with my life. And if she says that it is dangerous, then I will believe it to be so.
There's just something about it that I just need to see it.
What if it is the object that is issuing this control over you? How do you feel about relenting your will to another?
Oh, I throw it overboard.
You throw your will over?
Oh no, I throw the object overboard. If that's what's causing me this mental
Anguish.
anguish, I don't like it. I want to find out if it is the object that's stuck in my mind. Because if it is, I want it gone.
Well, that's the same end will be met either way. once we reach the Heart of Mora, we will be doing everything we can to get rid of this object and send it back to its rightful owner. Maybe we should have you not take a watch for the next few days. It might be wise to put space between yourself and this infernal contraption.
Not a bad idea.
Thank you for talking to me about this instead of acting on these urges. It could have proved fatal. There may be an opportunity for you to get satisfaction, but while we are trapped out here at sea, it is not a wise time.
When we hit land, I want to see it.
We will see. We need more answers.
Oh, like we're talking
Shit.
phone around
Yeah.
this.
I,
Not the owner is over as the owner at the moment.
if we're transporting it, we'll find a safe spot. I want to see it.
Perhaps this will happen. We will see.
I'm going to get something to eat. I make my way down towards the kitchens.
Okay.
I too make my way towards the kitchen.
Okay.
And a third to the kitchen.
All three of you guys? We'll say for the sake of it together.
Yeah, sure.
Right now.
Yeah, for the sake of,
Happens
for
to
the sake
be
of.
all going together.
I was just walking there, and oh my gosh,
Oh,
geez.
okay.
Oh my gosh, babe.
Okay, so you guys all head towards.
Yeah, what
say
time
it's
of
probably
day?
the afternoon for something like this.
Sure, doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, that sounds good then. Or it's dinner. I don't know. It's up to you guys.
Something.
I get my plate of rations.
Are Apollos and Cassian there, or is it an empty kitchen?
Well, it depends. Is it evening or day when you guys are doing this?
I was asking because I thought it was evening. That's why.
Let's say it's around dinner time, so you know they're going to be in there.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll be like coming into the evening, so it's dark out. But
Okay.
it's just Paulus in the kitchen at the moment. Cassian is currently not in there. She's sleeping or something else.
Is the music
False.
box playing right now?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna.
You can hear the like of chopping and then
I'm gonna walk
like
in
the
like all over the
playing.
place.
As you come down the stairs, you can hear it from down the hallway. This sad song.
No, I want to give.
Oh,
I want to give that. music
Right.
box.
It's actually the nice one. Oh,
Right.
then it's happy.
Yeah. That's what I want to
Is
happen.
it?
You can hear him whistling to it, like.
Is that your music box that's playing?
That's right.
As you come down, like his back is pretty much always turned, and he's kind of like shaking his butt a little bit with the rhythm, and it stops playing. And then he reaches back without looking, and then kind of pops it open again, or closes it, pops it open,
Yeah. Nice. Cool.
starts again.
I'm gonna walk like I own the place, like pop, 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 pop. And I'm just gonna go straight to the music box and like not say a word to Paulus or anything. Just go straight to it, close it, and switch it out for the new one. That looks
Huh?
identical in nature, but
Okay.
plays a different tune. So
Okay.
I'll just put the other one. Is there like a cupboard or something underneath, or like somewhere where I could?
There's cupboards on
This
one
other music
side of like the whole thing, and then there's
I'm
upper
gonna make a
cupboards
collection of music
that
boxes.
you definitely
Yeah.
can't reach on the other side. But on the one side, there's low cupboards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't reach the other one.
They're up there,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'll just put the other one inside. Right. Okay.
As he kind of notices after a moment that at the switch over, are you playing it right away?
Yeah, I'll play it right away, and then I'll just go take up a station like next to him and just chop, not saying anything, just.
Kind of like. He just turns. You see his face is just welling. Tears. Before his arms just reach around you and give you a big hug, and squeeze you. You feel the small amount of drops
From
on
the
your
front,
shoulder.
back, where
Like
am I? What's
he,
happening?
from behind you, he squeezes you.
Awkward side.
Yeah, exactly. They're like
Side hug.
Yeah,
you just
Christmas.
very gently, and then very kind of like you feel the little droplets on your shoulder from his tears. You just hear a slight whisper, "Thank you."
Hey, you can't go.
That's good. It's not for me.
Huh.
It's not for me. I'm like going double the speed now. Like,
All done. Boom, we gotta go.
I never deal with that.
Tyndale, would you finish up the stew tonight?
you got it.
Throw the rest in.
You got it.
I'm tired suddenly.
Uh-uh.
Goes down the hallway and dips into the crew's quarters.
Are they watching that interaction?
Yeah.
It was possibly eating while it's going on.
Oh, no.
Noticing that he's leaving, unfortunately.
Second portion.
As you go over the second portion, I just like pick up the knife that I had.
Swallow. Yeah.
My kitchen now.
You won't call me chef. That's it.
It's shifted.
Did I try it, small one?
Okay. And then I'll like make up like beautiful portions for each of them. Yeah.
What was that about?
Somebody's not even tonight.
There's four people that didn't go.
I mean that and I guess you could say he liked it. I'm like turning my back now, like to hide my face from my other two companions here.
Good job.
As the song kind of finishes,
And I'll close it and bring it back up again. Yeah.
starts again.
Means that I don't have to play as much.
Hey God.
Ow! 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 Okay, I see how it is. Guess I found another verse for your song. Tyndale.
And then she fell overboard.
Tyndale the crew.
How does that happen?
Weirdly enough, as you guys are speaking about that, you hear the like of more footsteps coming down the hallway, and you see Cruel coming down. He just stops and room for one more.
Sure. I'll start making up
Stands right beside Usk.
the stew.
You feel his like arm kind of for more space on the table a little bit.
Give him 0 quarter. Which side is he on? Is he on good side or bad side?
He's on like if you're at the table, he would be on your right side. So
Check for reference. Yeah,
You
I
can't-
just, I
you
just
can't
feel
see him.
his presence.
what is
Smell
soup
him.
tonight? Smoked him.
I made it.
Just slurps the soup.
As loud as possible.
So, hearing anything?
No.
Roll me a deception check.
Moose with 2 bowls. Slurping a little louder.
21.
Nice.
That's really good.
I think my deception score 6.
That was really good.
6.
It was really good.
I have +9.
Hmm.
I mean,
Down.
Interesting.
Oh, for expertise.
Expertise.
So proud.
I'm like +2.
Yeah. So,
Just continues to drink. It's quiet, awkward. Just the sound of cutlery hitting
This is
bowls.
where I thrive. I don't think it's awkward at all.
Loving
I'm
it.
continuing to work. Like I'm cleaning.
He's enjoying the meal.
Yeah. Exactly. Jim saved the day. Everyone's happy. Who seems to be enjoying himself. I'm cleaning up.
Cruel and Baker
I
getting
continue.
along.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time you've met
Cruel.
Cruel.
I've probably seen him, but never interacted.
Yeah,
You
he's
probably would have seen him.
maybe seen him
Up
at
on-
times, but yeah,
top
you
of
certainly haven't interacted with him.
Never had a close interaction at all.
He's kind of like, so, lizard man, what are you on this ship for? for going home.
I'm getting you
No home.
Lost, you mean? Me as well.
Riveting. I should probably leave before something happens. I'm having a bad day, it seems.
I am finished here. Enjoy your night.
You too. See you.
Bye, small Tim.
Oh, Tim.
Wait,
Bye.
what do you know about something called Karos? Bring
This
your options.
name means nothing to me. Sounds demonic.
Okay, I picked that up already. Lucy was better to talk to. Okay.
Is an infernal name.
Why? That's it. I don't want to speak to you anymore.
Good evening. Goes down the hallway, back up the stairs. You guys are in the kitchen still.
Why? Why?
What wrong, boy?
He vexes me. He knows stuff that I don't want to know, that I don't know. You know?
No.
No.
More soup?
Sure.
More soup.
Push us 2 bowls.
Two bowls.
Love it. Might as well.
I'll come down
Doing
for
stupid
a bowl.
things.
I'm not sure how much time has passed since.
At some point you can come down if they're still down.
But
So you come and join.
come and join.
Everyone's still in the kitchen. Usk is just finishing off like his 4th bowl.
If I say so.
Lovely heavenly aromas are coming from this dish. We have. Thank you, Jeff.
So, something I don't think we had time to talk about is what we were told by the Red Woman individually. We just kind of ran out of there and ran back to the ship.
Tim is uncomfortable by the mentioning of something that has to be personal. Something has to be personal thing, so.
I don't.
Musk somehow grows quieter.
She told you the elves can't get the heart.
Yes. She said I'll find what I seek.
She told me my brother cannot find the heart, but I don't have a brother. I was.
You're like your kin.
Well, that's not a bad brotherhood. Yeah, I never really thought of that. Yeah. Do you remember what she told you? It was something about a man with your eye.
That's really a story. Thank you. Tim, what did she say about you? God.
No.
Seems honest enough.
don't think she told me anything important.
No?
No. Not about me, at least.
Shake's head.
Not about me.
Just for the sake of roll me a history check. See if you remember.
Oh, 21.
She mentioned to you that you need to find a precious gem.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
The most precious gem.
I do remember that happening. That was a collective. But
In a, like a summarized, yeah.
Right.
That's basically what it came down to.
So,
the gem, volcano, the thing, standing over, the hands, no one else.
Me
I was
hol-
there.
I was
you
holding-
weren't there.
I was holding
I
it in
don't
my
know.
hand. I was holding it in my hand. And you all were there as well, holding nothing.
You were holding it.
I was holding it.
I thought I was.
No, I'm pretty sure I was holding it.
Everyone starts fighting.
No, I said
Wait, you were holding it?
That's what you told me.
But I seen during that vision the fucking mystics.
Speaking of
Goose just starts scratching at his iron.
Speaking of
Kind of bothering
mystics,
him.
I believe a friend upstairs might be famished. We'll get no
I think Davina's the one keeping
She
watch
is.
on the door. Yeah.
Davina's on the door.
So Shagra is
Sleeping?
I've made a portion.
Us,
I've made 2 portions.
roll me a wisdom saving
So-
throw. As you kind of scratch
I know
away
we all
at your
came-
eye a little bit.
being
Oh. It's 4.
Oh, wow.
As you're kind of, the voices of everyone talking start to become kind of more muddled as you kind of like, you hear these strange noises in your head. Let's continue for a minute or so before you can again begin to hear the conversation of your companions, and you kind of like,
I thought I was holding it.
Oh,
So we all came on the ship separately.
Uska's leaving the kitchen after that.
Tim is
okay.
Physically, like,
yeah. So when you
physically
mentioned that we all come
pushing
individually,
off the table.
Tim
Like,
gets
you guys-
up from the table, goes back to the kitchen, and continues cleaning. And she's making up the 2 portions for our 2 companions. And she's
Do we continue this as a group?
As you do, Usk just kind of
must.
pushes from the table and takes off down the hallway.
I guess that's a no.
Let him be fooled. We are better and each find our own answers.
Yeah.
Band back together.
I'm assuming that you're eating the whole time and
Yeah.
likely finished. I'm gonna silently just come back, grab your bowl, give you more, put it in front of you.
Big pot of soup.
Yeah, it
Watch
is.
me
You're
eat
right.
it.
It's like a third of it left by now. You guys have eaten a lot of soup.
Never mind, it's fine. I'll keep eating it. It's a long shift. Rather famished, yes.
Like,
I'm just like
so full.
Give you a big pat on the back. It's more like your lower back.
So as you guys are in the kitchen, all 3 of you guys roll me perception checks.
18.
That would be 8. Okay, you're gonna be on timeout for now.
No. 6.
Where'd you go?
Barrett, so as you guys are talking and kind of hear the scraping of cutlery and, noises a little bit, you hear this very faint sound. It sounds like the jingling of a small bell, like ding. Seems to be coming from beyond in the storeroom. You just hear us once.
Ding. Can you have bells in the back?
No. Yeah, no. I don't know. No.
No.
You're hearing things again.
Yes.
All right. And he whips out his notebook. Okay. So
It was a bell. Did nobody else hear that? Make a little-
Tim's gonna. You can keep her. Yeah, Tim's gonna walk away. As soon as you mention that something, you hear something in the storeroom. She's gonna walk to Paulus's, because he has the key on his person, right? So she's gonna walk to his.
So
it's
down the
just
hall to the.
hallway.
It's like the next door, yeah.
Right,
So you
so,
just kind
yeah.
of knock on the door.
Just a little chime or bell or something. Nothing.
After a moment, you kind of hear this like muffling before door opens up. Let's see who answers actually.
Oh, Cassian.
Orgy.
I don't know. Cassian.
Shit ain't Cali.
sorry.
A one-person orgy.
Wow, too soon.
Sorry, too soon?
I'd say Cassian opens the door and. Oh. Yes.
So, that was a little hard. I'm sorry.
Just like a little
I have-
crack.
What, is there anything that belongs in the storeroom? I'm asking you this. Is there anything in the kitchen that belongs in the storeroom that Tim would know that she would have to like put away at the end of the night?
Or
is it all just food?
It's mostly they
items?
mostly go in there for ingredients
Right.
and take them back out. Sometime, empty crate maybe will go in there perhaps.
But nothing.
But nothing other than that, so she's kind of like, oh, Paul is very grateful. He gets emotional. I hope you don't take that as offense. He absolutely adores.
No, it's fine. I'm actually wondering if I could maybe get into the storeroom. I want to maybe make something special for Paulus for tomorrow.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Goodbye.
With advantage?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Using emotions against the NPCs.
22.
I thought that was a bad sound for a
Yeah,
second.
that's
The other one was a 3.
She's like, oh, this is wonderful. Give me a second. I'll see if I can slip them off him without waking him. We'll see how sneaky she is.
Come on, Cassian.
Okay. Moment the door closes very softly and kind of not completely closed. You peek in, you just see several hammocks slung up on either side with little trunks underneath them. You see a trunk in the center with like playing cards and stuff like scattered around it. You can poke in and she very gently lifts the you hear the like ching, 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 and Paula's kind of and she's like, oh, it's good, just sleep, dear. Oh yes, and kind of pecks him on the cheek and then brings you the keys. Let's go. And comes out with you and with the keys. Opens up the door. Comes in with you. What are we looking for? I'm holding like a little lantern.
Can I hear anything as soon as I enter?
Roll me a perception check. And since you guys are still there, what are you guys
You
doing?
just see me go get the keys, basically.
Yeah.
I guess we're just still talking while he's trying to psychoanalyze me, I guess.
Okay.
100%. Yeah. I was
So, and then what happened?
fascinated. Yeah.
Tell me about your mother.
Well,
Which one?
she was a
16.
triple-jointed contortionist for the carnival. My other mother was the head of the carnival.
You see a few things very much out of place since last. You remember the barrel that was kind of half closed over that you chose not to look in is like completely tipped over and currently kind of rolling back and forth in the hallway a little bit on its side with the sway of the ocean kind of. You see Cassian kind of goes and straightens it out.
Okay.
I'm not really sure what I'm looking for yet. I kind of just wanted to get in and see if there was something that I could find, maybe a stroke of inspiration that I could put my hands on.
Oh. Well, he's very fond of fish.
Okay, so I'm gonna start.
Points over where like the fish are, kind of towards the back where there's like a few big kegs as well that you remember, and then a whole bunch of crates of like dried goods, and then there's some meat kind of hanging, and amongst that is some fish.
I'm gonna start just looking around. Basically, I'm just gonna start like peeking in and.
Give me one more perception check. Actually, if you're like going and investigating everything.
I wouldn't say investigating. I'm gonna
Okay.
go obviously to where Cassian pointed,
Okay.
right, and say
Those words.
I'm looking at the fish. But I also do want to I'll pick one out from the section there. But I also do want to make a point to go to the places that I do notice as in disarray,
Okay.
and yeah, investigate, I suppose.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check then.
Yeah. Say with advantage, or did you?
Nope.
Ooh, you don't need it. That's an
At 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
See, this side's got the good rolls.
Man.
So yeah, so that's a 25 altogether.
So as you go to the back of the room and begin inspecting, that's where we'll take a quick break because it is 9 o'clock, and then we'll come back from the break and we'll deal with that.
Makeup.
All right, so as we come back from our break, and Timdale,
Yeah.
as you venture into the corner area of the storage room and begin to investigate around the area, pushing around some of the fish, things like that.
Trying to do it as
Nonchalantly.
I belong here as possible.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like casting's not like
Yeah.
what the hell are you doing down there?
It doesn't look like you're snooping.
Right.
You hear this kind of on the other side of the sort of row of boxes for a moment before you hear this kind of you look behind, and Cassian, there's someone behind her and a knife is to her throat. You see this cloaked kind of shadowy figure, quiet as night. It just puts its hand out to you,
I am gone.
and you see like furry fingers and a little
Is this-
fingertip claw.
Is the storeroom within sight to us?
I wouldn't know her name though.
You guys can see into it, but where they are, you can't see them right now. Like, so you can see through the doorway into the storage room, but they're kind of on the other side of these barrels and stuff in the
So-
far corner.
She was inside. She must have been inside that there the whole time.
She doesn't say anything. She just holds the knife to Cassian's throat and points a finger to you.
She was there.
Cassian's kind of like... She... Don't say a word, or I'll cut your throat. She points to you. Where is it?
The music's freaking me out. What?
Twitchy little mouth.
Don't play with me. I'll cut her throat right now. Where is it?
Upstairs.
She's like, I don't know anything. Shh. Quiet. You didn't see me. I didn't see you. I'll let you live. Do we have a deal?
What does? How much of her can I see?
So you can see
Like-
this cloaked, little tiny ears sticking out, and then
Can I get a good shot at her?
Started blasting.
she's definitely going to get cover from Cassian
That's
for sure.
right. Yeah, okay.
Collateral damage.
No, that's what I'm trying to
As
avoid.
she points towards you. You and I, we're friends, aren't we?
I never met her.
I know.
Oh, she's charming.
She's just
Roll me a
her
wisdom
friends.
saving throw.
Oh, do I? I don't think is that passive?
Just casting.
Oh yes, a 19, baby. Oh,
You feel these kind of positive emotions for a moment before you're like, I don't fucking know you at all. And she kind of like, listen, leave me be and say nothing, or I'll kill her.
or
Be careful. She's You see like a tiny little droplet of blood come down from how the knife is pierced to her throat. Don't want her blood on your hands, do you? This Cassian is bawling right now, like tears.
Deal.
Go. Go. She kind of leans back a little bit, pulling Cassian towards her with her, like, she kind of corners herself a little bit, Cassian in front of her. Go.
Her first.
You have no leverage here.
Yeah. Okay. I'll walk.
Walk by. You walking out?
No.
Just go to the door.
Yeah.
Cassian is just looking at you like, please.
Yeah. Can I go to the door, but with my back to the outside, so I'm still looking at what's happening inside.
Yep.
So they can see me at this point. I'm gonna start just like my hands are like behind me, kind of like.
Give me a stealth check.
Yeah. Wow.
Just sleight of hand. Yeah, I'd say so.
Well, stealth. I was gonna say, even so, I don't even know if I have to make a move if I'm backing out of the storage room.
Or
I think it's a matter of him seeing it. Or, yeah.
No, I was saying I don't even know if I have to make a move. Period.
you're just trying to
Oh,
19
draw
go
attention.
baby.
that dice is magic.
You keep rubbing that dice. What are you doing?
She doesn't seem to react.
Yeah, I'm kind of doing like a.
Where she kind of like pushes Cassian quickly towards you. You catch her, and then she just
all 2.5 feet of me.
dips into the corner.
Okay, and I'll just like bring Cassian out of the storage room, and Can I take the keys from her? Like I'm assuming she's holding them.
It's Cassian into your arms and just kind of comes outside. And you guys are there now, and you just see she's crying severely and
What
freaking
happened?
out. What is that? Is that the stowaway?
Stowaway?
Go get Kushabra. Go!
Yeah.
Okay, I'll run.
I'm gonna stay behind. You go, and I'm gonna stay with them.
I'm gonna bring Cassian into the little hole, like the kitchen
The nook,
area.
yeah.
And like, get like a stool or something like that
Okay.
and put her on it. Yeah.
What happened?
I'll relay the message. Essentially, what happened was.
Door is still open during this to the storage room right now.
Okay.
And as you kind of pull her around, see a figure come to the edge of the door and see Cassian. And she just looks at you, twirling the keys, puts them in her pocket, and walks down the hallway.
Eh?
I'm gonna cast Touches Hideous Laughter at the one that's walking down the hallway.
Okay.
Wait a second, because I am.
She just stomps into a stage.
Sorry. Series of events, just stay with me for a second.
Yep.
Am I convinced that the Cassian that I have in my arms is Cassian?
I'm taking your word for it.
I know, I understand that, but from my perspective,
There's
no
very little chance that it's not her. Like, there's almost no way.
Because I saw.
You saw her. You didn't. Your eyes
Lucille
didn't
push
leave off of her.
Cassian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also wouldn't react like that guy down
Yeah.
the like.
All of a sudden calm.
Right.
Oh, maybe she's in on it.
Who knows,
They're
man?
double crossed.
Okay.
Double agent.
What's your DC?
14. Wisdom saving throw.
As she spins the keys, you hear her kind of.
Wasn't that funny?
Before she tumbles to her knees in laughter and just kind of. Freakingly horrendous. And you're on the way? Okay.
I grabbed the manacles that I bought and clasp her hands.
She's incapacitated. This happens. Yeah, as you just bind her up, and she's hysterically laughing, like incredibly loudly.
Okay,
and
I'm
Cassian
gonna-
is freaking out
Yeah,
right now.
I've still got her though, but I'm gonna be looking.
As you're doing this,
let her do her thing.
you clasp, and you see her disguise kind of, and you see Lucille.
Get the storeroom. Get to the storeroom. Get to the storeroom.
Well, that was it.
Fuck! I can't believe I failed. Jesus.
See that you did not
I
want
bring
that
her
to happen.
over into
Ripping up
the storeroom.
So close.
Damn.
So
fire.
close.
I would have gotten away with
Sorry, what was it?
I start bringing her towards the back towards the storeroom.
Okay. So yeah, the door is still open right now, and she's still actually lasts about a minute, doesn't it? So she might be done laughing by now. But as that's happening, you go and you get to the room by now, I would say, and are asking
You're
for
not
sugar.
At the end of each round, they have to make a saving throw for it.
Okay, so every 6 seconds then. Actually, you might not even get manacles on.
The tides have turned.
So as you get like one ankle on, she kind of stop that and pulls a dagger out and puts it to your throat. Let me go immediately, or I will cut your throat, tiefling.
No.
Nice.
Like I'm ready to the third.
She's gonna try and make an attack roll.
Keep manacling.
I don't have that yet.
Oh, damn it. Medical. There's a ginger here.
That is
I think it's level.
It's just us.
18 to hit.
Yeah, but like you
That is.
Oh, I know. Oh,
I think
I
that
know,
helps
but I'm going to.
Reviewed is a level 2 when you.
I don't
level
have much
2.
to help though. That's the thing.
That's just a tiefling thing.
Just being.
Why don't I?
You can hold on to one leg.
I don't have it though.
It might just be.
Yeah,
your
do a.
That's the
Yep.
Yeah, it might be in your
Yeah.
feature
Just a little
traits, like perhaps racial
how big is
traits.
The hallway? How many? Like, I just feel badly in casting. That's my thing.
1 second.
Yes, I know.
1 second.
God is God.
Just double checking some stuff. Yeah, it should be like part of your. It's like a once per long rest thing. You can do hellish rebuke. It does. Like you just get one use of it, basically.
Is that at first level or third level?
That's what I was saying because
Oh
I think
yeah,
it's
I'm
later
looking
on.
at. Maybe it is. Yeah. Double check though. What are you asking though in the meantime?
Yeah. Can I see them? Are
Yes.
they like in front
Second
of me? Or are
round.
they
They're
on
like
the
in front of you. He's kind of like got her up against the wall next to the door to the storage room, let's say, or somewhere in and around there. And
Yeah.
1 foot gets on before she kind of puts a
No.
knife up to his throat and then
When you reach third level,
Pulls it
when you reach
across.
third level, you can cast as a second level spell.
okay.
Okay, it's third level.
Fuck.
Third level, second
So
level.
yeah, 18 hits.
okay. So yeah, I figured as much.
Ow!
She cuts your throat for 8 damage.
Oh, that hurt.
You see this huge wound just split across his throat as the manacles kind of. You get one ankle clapped and just blood across the side of the boat.
Can I charge forward to grab onto her legs? All of me,
Make me a grapple check.
but I
Athletics.
actually don't want to make a grab
Okay.
check. I want to make it a shocking grasp
Okay.
attack, but I'm holding onto her legs.
Yeah. It's a attack roll for shocking grab.
Yeah.
Attack roll.
Yeah. Roll the attack roll.
She wearing armor by chance?
You said I have
metal or
Yeah.
one
I have to touch it. That's all.
one manacle on her leg.
1 so far. Yeah.
Oh no, it doesn't.
Raymond.
Oh no, it does.
I'm going.
I have an advantage on an attack roll if the target is wearing armor made of metal.
Oh, no.
She's not
So
wearing
she
Does
metal
the
armor.
manacles count?
Technically, that's not.
That is.
It's
that's
not- well,
creative
it's not that
technicality.
bad. He's thinking
Not
about
armor
it.
made of metal.
I'm shocking
Iron.
grasping
Because
her
the-
legs
because-
though.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
forcing-
iron doesn't really conduct
Then
as
I'm
much.
Gonna, I'm gonna use my. I'm gonna use a reaction since her.
Slicing you.
Yeah, I'm gonna clap part of the other manacle onto my own wrist.
Okay, that sounds fair. Sure.
So you're
So you
attached to her
come
ankle?
out.
I'm gonna, yeah.
Your wrist to her ankle.
yeah.
How much room is between these two?
None. Like you guys are all clustered into a corner right now, and then you jump in
I'm
and
bleeding out.
I'm on your head.
I'm bleeding out.
This is a brawl.
Roll me an attack roll.
Yeah.
The barbarians nowhere to be seen.
15.
I would have died.
What is the face?
15 hits.
Died anyways. Somehow.
15 barely hits.
Barbarian doesn't.
Oh.
That's 12 points of damage.
Wait, what?
Nice.
Disregard 10 points. 10
Okay,
points.
10 points.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it also
Yeah,
even
it could
wasn't a 15. It was something more. Anyway,
You see your body kind of.
10 points of damage. Yeah.
Yeah. Meow. Oh shit.
Pikachu!
So you zap the shit out of her for 10 damage, and she kind of like her head smoking. What do you want to do?
Hold my neck.
Holding your neck, like stopping the blood. It's
Yeah.
pouring through your fingers right now. So you shocking grasper.
He's not there. It's
I know.
just,
I think.
We're gonna cut to them for a quick second, just because you guys would have come to Kshagra at the moment. So you go to Kshagra.
Kushagra, there's an imposter. We found the imposter. They're downstairs. Kushagra, wake the fuck up!
I'm awake. What is it?
There's the imposter. I think we found it.
Well, then what are we waiting for?
Calm down!
Alright, so you guys are gonna begin to make your way.
Yeah.
Sure.
Asleep?
I,
Oh,
You're up top deck,
yeah, I
yeah.
can hear that.
And
I know.
Usk is in his room, so
Through the hole.
Usk, you hear that too.
Just like whoosh, yeah.
Bust through, okay. Fuck, Lucille is super pissed right now.
But
The brawl.
You can use it yourself.
Running down the.
yeah, but
Yeah, you guys are gonna start.
You're following me.
You guys are all gonna start. It'll take you a few like rounds to get there because it's a big ship.
we line agility though.
That doesn't-
You'll get there.
That doesn't. That
Well-
only is short spurts of speed, like per round.
How long ago was-
Overall,
was-
it doesn't increase your
was
movement.
the-
So like,
Boost.
okay,
I know, but
You can get a head
technically
start
We are
though.
in like a running like
you use one of
rounds
your spell
right
slots?
now.
I used Distant Whispers
You
on
would
the-
be able to technically just like go
You're out.
all
Yeah.
fours.
when in these kind of things where it's like you're moving over multiple rounds, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It evens out because
Okay.
each
I would ask.
each time I use it, so in each 6 seconds that I go twice my speed,
Yeah.
I have to spend another 6 seconds not moving.
But it's
So
not a
Yeah,
see
but
how
you
that
can-
cancels
you
out
can-
to
to back
even
after a short
effort.
rest, right?
You can get ahead of them, so you'll be like a little bit ahead of everybody with the
Yeah.
burst of speed from the initial, and then you'll be at the same speed,
But
right?
then I'd have to stop and wait, and then during that
Because I
time
think it was
they
the
would catch
second
up.
same
Well,
day.
in order to do it
yeah,
again,
that's-
perhaps,
that
but you
was
could just keep
original.
running.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
example.
because you can keep. You don't have
Like,
to
you
do
can
it the turn after.
do it first,
You don't have to not
and
wait
then-
your turn.
Right.
Yeah, just to
Yeah.
reset it, you
You
need
could
to
just,
stop.
So I could be in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be ahead of everybody by about
Yeah.
30
Yeah.
feet.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Barrett,
Do you, sorry. Go
Might,
ahead.
bad.
might make all the difference. in the world.
How,
very
how
well
long
be.
ago?
Yeah.
How long
Yeah.
ago was the
Boost encounter.
Oosk encounter?
Was that yesterday? Because there was fog.
Usk encounter. Oh, from the water.
That was
It was
yesterday.
foggy and
And then
then
you would have had a long rest, so you would have got your spell slot back.
It's not half day yet, isn't it?
We're on Tea Day still. This is the
Yeah,
evening
this
of
is the
Tea
evening.
Day.
So
But there was fog out when he
We
was
woke up
swimming.
Yeah, I think it's been a day, so you've long
Okay,
rested.
so yeah.
So
oh yeah, that was.
So
the
you
one
have
day.
a
Yeah.
you have a
Yes,
spell
I
slot.
have a spell slot back.
Did you to use cure wounds on yourself because you have?
yeah, it would have been this is the next night
Yeah.
after that. Because the morning came, fog dispersed, and then basically
I thought-
we're
I
at
thought-
this
I thought I
night.
used my second spell slot for that.
You still have that. Okay, so
Yeah.
in this regard, since this is going a little bit further
Yeah, do you
than
wanna
that, I think we need an initiative roll here.
Alrighty.
We'll get to you guys when the time comes, like when you enter down, but it'll be, let's see, probably one full round down, steps.
And he's
So
right.
I think you'll be there in 2 rounds, you guys will be there at, like the 3rd round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right now.
Should we still roll initiative now, just so we have an
sad.
order?
I thought I was gonna get action on
Um,
I know.
I mean, you can make the roll now, I guess, if you want to. But I'll bring you in then anyways, so. So, Lucille.
So we're rolling for initiative.
Initiative, yeah. 20 or higher?
20.
20, okay.
Ah.
15 to 20, 20 to 15?
15.
17.
17.
Nice.
We're on the same team.
Are we?
Are we though? Are we?
Tim's on no one's team.
Lucian, you got a 15?
Sarcastic.
Okay. Usk?
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Seven.
And
She's
7.
Oh.
Okay, and Davina, you're up top guarding, but like these guys will be coming up the stairs in a second. I don't know. It's up to you guys whether you want to, in passing, tell her what's going on.
To go down, don't you?
Yeah, you guys have to come up through this entrance and then cross this down here, down those steps, down the next steps, and then down that hallway.
True.
It's quite a big ship. I'm just gonna
You
make
could
sure my
grab
camera
her,
looks okay because I totally just
They're
factored.
all just in case.
Yeah, may as well.
Well, if they're
it depends
telling-
on if they're gonna tell
Well,
you.
let's get you in there anyways, just so
You're not
we know what your
invited.
initiative is.
I'm 11.
Okay, cool.
Because that's the whole point of us. The whole point of us guarding the ship or guarding the door is
We think
downstairs.
one.
So Kashaga
Yeah.
makes his move
14,
first.
Sorry, I'm 14.
14. Okay. All right. So you'll just be after Lucian then. So Kashaga, you're running. Timdale, you're up first. What would you like to do? You just basically zapped her. She's kind of in shock right now.
Nice.
So funny.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Can I?
Failed to charm you. Failed. Damn it. So many
I
fails.
don't have anything to incapacitate her.
Go on, Pika. Pikachu.
Big ups.
No. I have Tinkerer's Tools. I can do that.
I hit you with wrench.
Like a,
I have Herbalist.
Yeah, that will require more tape, I think, in order to stay.
like a pack. Like a.
Yeah, probably an adventurous pack. I can.
I think it's just because the warmth, maybe.
You not have like a small knife or anything?
Yeah, I don't want it. Well, I mean, I can also attack to not kill.
Yeah, just do non-lethal damage.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
See if I can find the other.
There's just around the corner in that like little cubby to the right.
It's a Dungeoneer's pack.
Dungeon.
Right.
I'm gonna write that.
Has
Yep.
Ah.
Sweet.
See.
There's like a billion types of tape in there. Electrical is a good call because it
Yeah.
should be the best for this, but maybe a thicker strand than I pulled off. All right, so Timdale,
Yeah,
what would you like to
I'm
do?
gonna do non-lethal damage, and I'm
Okay.
gonna whip out my little dagger and
All right.
give her a little ankle slice.
Yeah.
Little shank.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me an attack.
Okay.
Shiv with shank with a shiv.
Yeah. That's a 6.
Total?
Roll well on attack start.
Hey,
6 total?
you got that right. Yep. I rolled a 3.
Did I stun it?
That misses.
She ain't the step.
Yeah, you
I'll look
like
back at
hit
Cassie
the
and
manacle.
But I'm gonna look back at Cassie. I'm like,
Got the
She's freaking out. She's just
Yeah.
freaking out.
I'm gonna.
So that's yours,
Yeah, but I actually am looking at her to tell her
and
to.
then telling her to be quiet.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I should probably roll for Cassie and Ashes. Just a little bit faster than Usk.
In her initiative, she screams.
I use my reaction to scream.
It is
You have the right
Lucille
I
next.
choose to wave that right.
Fuck, what is she
That
gonna
would be
try
one
and do
action.
here?
Yep.
Shit.
Wildly?
She's kind of clamped onto Barrett right now and knows it. I think she's in fit of a fight or flight mode right now. Let's roll. I don't know.
Kill Barrett, then you have just a big dead body and then drag off. Yeah.
Yo, I got her legs though. I'm like wrapped around her like
Like a
her leg.
koala?
Yeah, like a koala, like legs and.
You're literally
And
like an
arms.
ankle weight to her.
Well, that's what exactly. That's kind of what I'm hoping. That's what I was hoping to do.
Three-year-old.
Barrett would attach himself to her.
Aim to cut
Well,
off
I didn't know that. I didn't know that you were gonna do shopping.
She's
You'll never play
gonna
guitar again, my boy.
she's gonna sling an attack out at you, Timdale, since you shocked the crap out of her. So she has the dagger in one hand, and you see, without seeing actually, you just see a sword come at you with the other hand. Fuck. That is an 8 to hit.
Ooh, that misses.
I'm so tiny.
Just goes like over the top of your head.
Why are you trying
Um,
to pull Tim down?
My train of thought is Barrett didn't want her going anywhere, so
She's gonna
you're
use-
not going anywhere.
Yeah, she's gonna use her bonus action to make another attack against you with the dagger, though.
Oh no.
She stabs towards you. It's a 19 to
That's
hit.
a hit.
Oh!
3?
Oh, 2. Even worse.
You take 9 points
I'm
of
down.
damage. Oh wait, sorry,
Wait, how-
7 points of damage.
I'm down.
He's down.
Stabs into Barrett, and you see his body just. And she pulls it out, and it just drops. Okay, this is the first down.
First down of the campaign.
Hold on.
the part.
Tim's just sitting on him like.
Can you roll me a d20? with, I believe, your con save. Hold on. Just well, you can roll, but okay, near death. Yes.
Yeah.
When a character is brought to 0 hit points, chance of suffering an injury, rendered unconscious due to 0. Constitution saving throw.
+2. That is a 12.
Pass.
Yeah,
Pass.
it's over
But you are unconscious. Okay, that's Lucille's turn because she is clamped to you still. Lucian, you're running.
I am indeed
Okay,
running.
Davina is up top deck. Are you guys you guys would have been passing her at this
Pass
point?
by this point.
You can
We're already on top
silently
deck. As
say
soon
it.
as I'm on top deck, I'm gonna alert whoever's up there that there's an intruder on board.
Okay.
Oh,
Alert the captain.
Yeah. Let's see who's probably at the helm right now. It's evening. I would say it's probably Skippy at the helm right now. So we can. What? Intruder?
It is an intruder.
Captain!
Stowaway.
He leaps over the top of the thing and lands down on the ground before pounding on the captain's quarters.
I'm not waiting around
Okay,
for that.
so that's going to be happening. Yeah.
As I'm running.
Davina, you would have heard all this too.
So you'd be
You're
alerted
right
to the
there.
fact that there's an intruder below deck.
Yeah. So would you like to begin running towards that as well, or what would you like to do?
I would like to.
Go for it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Join the.
Yeah, I'm gonna
violent
join the
brawl.
fight. I'm gonna run down. and-
Okay, so you follow after Lucian as he's just sprinting across the
Who
deck.
is it?
Screaming out, "Who is it?" Okay, so that's yours.
No time.
Barrett, you make me a death saving throw. Holy
I'm
fuck!
rolling to die.
Is it just a D20 or is it the
Just a D20.
Nat 20.
Yeah,
Oh!
baby. Not today.
You come back to life.
Yeah.
That 20 is.
Back again.
You're up.
You're up at 1 hit point, I believe. I think that's on a nat 20. You
Yeah,
come back up with
second
1
breath.
hit point.
Or is it just a?
Or is it-
immediate
Or stabilization?
change?
Stabilization?
Saves immediately.
Must double check. Fuck. Hold on. It's probably quicker
That
to.
was-
It's quicker to Google it.
All
quicker
the
to do
times
it.
I rolled a 20. Now was the time.
All of your.
I've been rolling carrots literally all night.
All day.
Let me just double check. It
Yeah.
doesn't happen very often.
Sleep with that
here.
dice. That is your best dice.
Or nat 20 automatically
Not
stabilizes and heals you for 1 HP.
I am.
Oh,
So you kind of come back out of this death, stay unconscious as your life was just taken away from you and your eyes just pop open.
Quit sleeping.
So that's your turn. Cassian,
Can I
We'll see if she
Can I
screams.
use a bonus action?
you can't do anything right now. You
Okay.
just come back to
I wasn't sure about
That was bonus, yeah.
Cassian will. She
No,
she goes to
bonus action
scream, and as you're
Yeah.
don't scream, she kind of and is screaming into her hands, and tears are spraying out from her face.
Animated.
Yeah, exactly. Usk, you're running along as well. Boards are
Forwards are creaking in.
comes to
Thunder
Kshagra, so you sprint down. You're going to be coming basically down the stairs at this point, so you'll be able to do something next round. Comes back to Timdale though.
Down that tiny hall.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna
Grasper?
Yeah.
And you're still on her, basically,
Yeah,
just
we'll take you on her.
roll me an attack roll. Holy shit!
Oh my god. Back.
Clutch net 20s!
So that's max 8.
Max and then plus roll.
got me now.
So,
Also,
8
so-
plus another d8, yeah.
But then
and then you add your
right,
bonus,
so
yeah.
it's 11 right now. Plus 6, so it's a total of 17 damage.
Jesus.
Non-lethal.
Okay, good. Non-lethal. Okay, so as you're just.
Non-lethal,
The whole room lights up with this blue lightning. It's just. You kind of feel this thunder against you. It almost pushes you back against the wall from the impact as her body just. And you see her just fold into herself. She is
that's what-
unconscious.
I think that's when I wake up that it defibs me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through the manhole.
Yeah.
She is at 0
20s.
right now.
That was
That was what
awesome.
connected it.
That was
Crazy.
huge.
Back to back to back.
Huge.
Back to back.
Not-
But she's not dying because you just basically shocked her into
Yeah, exactly.
unconscious. So
Exactly.
her body just goes limp
Right.
under your grasp, and you're kind of oh my god, so much body weight.
Yeah, can I get out from underneath her?
Roll off.
And then immediately I'm going to Cassian. And
Okay.
and I'm just gonna grab her by the face.
What is going on?
And I was slapping her.
Oh God! This is too much. This is too much. As Kushargo's just coming down the hallway at this point, and you see him kind of like you come in. You see Lucille on the ground. You see Barrett, blood in a corner, just like holding his wounds, and like an unconscious Lucille chained to him. And then Timdale is slapping Cassie.
I feel like we need an airplane bit where I'm like, get out of the way, let me handle this. Stop crying. Call yourself together.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was freaking close.
Okay. Yes, but Cassian, I am telling her to just calm down. So.
Slobbery. She's a hot mess.
Everything's calm though now, like.
I mean, sure.
Are you behind? Like, are you around?
She's come. Yeah, Kushargo, you've come in at this point.
Rushing up, I'm grabbing Barrett. I guess Barrett's the first person I'd go to. Like, I don't know, pat, like, hold on to his wound. Like, what happened? Is that Lucille? You're the only other person.
Yeah, I think the tabaxi in the storage room.
She's just like
She never left after all.
Like her body's like sparking still.
The fur is up. Like,
Yeah.
poop.
Yeah.
Can I start working on the manacles? I want to try and get them off of
Right.
Barrett and connect them to. I'll grab the key.
Yourself.
Okay, so
You're
you're
making sure you're okay. You at least do 1 hit point. Okay. You're
Lucian and Davina and
Yeah.
Usk would come down shortly
yeah.
after that.
Yeah.
You guys see the same thing.
Once I get her.
So you're
like,
binding her up.
Fully manacled.
Okay, so behind the backs, legs and everything.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
fully manacled up,
And just on her
just
side.
loose
in the
and
corner.
limp. Yeah.
I'm consoling Cassie. So I just
Okay, she's just slobbery mess.
Yeah,
like,
that's fine.
Totally freaking out.
Tim hates it, but that's fine.
Lucian, do you have something
what
that you could do
happened?
for Barrett? And there was a fight, and Barrett is
Cut myself shaving.
not doing so.
It's not
It's like a severely huge gash over your
Yeah,
throat
so
and
you
like a
found-
massive stab wound in your chest.
I'm gonna do cure wounds.
Okay, so you run over, cure wounds on Barrett.
So
You're right behind everyone right now. So it's like Lucian coming in and Davina going over to Barrett. So Usk, Lucian, what do you guys want to be doing? And then like the crew, Captain and Skippy you can hear them coming down the stairs
the way.
behind you. Yeah,
Evaluate.
I'm assuming my blood is everywhere in this
it's
hallway.
everywhere, like against the walls, just pooling. It stopped bleeding at this point after the cure wounds. You feel the kind of like of the wound.
Tell me, dog, will I ever sing again?
Oh, your throat does.
Oh, my throat.
so you have 14 or
We'll
nice.
Okay, max.
Yeah.
Huge, yeah.
Busk is like standing just over the intruder Lucille, kind of like keeping an eye
Okay,
on the manacled intruder,
unconscious.
just in case.
Just
Just
axe
a
ready.
fist ready.
Okay, fist. I
Very
love it.
Oh no, I missed it. Oh,
It happens.
yes, I missed it.
Looking at the blood.
So you guys have
splatters on
a
the walls.
few moments before the captain and stuff gets down. What do you guys want to do?
I want to search her pockets immediately.
I'm standing up and walking.
Information.
I walk up to.
Knowledge.
So roll me an investigation check.
I get up and I walk over to Tim and just kind of put my hand on her shoulder. Thank you.
Say 5.
That's not very
I'm
good.
walking away.
So she has some fairly bulky items on her. She has like a small backpack that has like you go check the backpack first. There's a bag of ball bearings, like a candle, crowbar, hammer.
A burglar's pack, yeah.
Yeah, like a
Familiar.
burglar's pack. Exactly. You're like, oh, these things. I got it. A little bit of rope. Some thieves' tools, like a tinderbox. Normal sorts of things. And then
Standard
you.
issue thief gear.
Yeah, pretty much. And then you find like she has a bunch of daggers and weapons
Looking
on her.
specifically for any like papers or instructions.
You don't find anything like that, but it's obvious enough to find her coin purse as well amongst her belongings.
Yeah, how much you got? So I'm smashing that.
There is
How much you got in there?
105 gold pieces.
I deserve-
Drinks on me, baby!
I think I deserve compensation.
35 silver
you do.
pieces. I'll give this to you when you're ready.
Yeah.
That's a seal.
I'll write it down now. It's 105
Gold
Who wants to play?
35 silver.
and 25 copper.
Nice.
Nice. Damn,
She is now poor.
She's now.
Riggedy wrecked.
I will just remove all of her gold.
And you don't need a
No,
break.
she's going. The fish speak. The fish speak. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably.
Keel haul.
Yeah, kill holder.
Unless she's gonna talk, that's what's gonna happen.
Oh, you didn't kill her, actually. She's alive. Okay.
Keel haul. Keel haul.
She's just in the corner, like.
I basically did it to myself.
Every time.
Her muscles twitch a little bit.
And every time I'm like.
So so during this little bit, so Kashaga, you search your pockets. You're consoling.
I'm gonna wait for the captain to come and basically.
Anyone else want to be doing anything in this short window of time?
I'm just kind of propping myself up against the side,
Nice.
just looking at her, and just felt very. The slip of life kind of just really,
It's getting to you.
yeah, on top of all the other mental draining that's been happening.
Been a week, yeah.
While
tough
I'm
week.
consoling Cassian, can I like instruct Lucian and like since I'm familiar with the kitchen, can I instruct him to like move things out of the way to make more room for the people that are coming in? Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's what I.
Time to move some furniture. Just
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Can I see
Moves
if he
tables.
has anything hidden, like up to the storage?
in the storage room. Make for this, I would say it would be more of an investigation check then.
That is.
So Davina, make your way into the storage room and start exploring, looking for anything out of place.
That's 20.
20.
Not nat, but
Doity 20.
So as you're searching around, you find like one barrel that is particularly out of place, the same one. As you look inside of it, you see like some remnants of food scraps and things like that in the bottom of it. It looks like someone has been like sort of living in it, in the little barrel. And you find a small little
Yeah, I was gonna say,
bell as
trying to say
well.
about people who live in
Small
barrels, huh?
golden bell.
well done.
Yeah,
I like
it's like this little golden bell.
Oh, that's what I
Oh,
heard.
that's what you heard.
Smart.
Oh, Kitty in the bell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a magic.
So,
And we got
yeah. Well, it's golden, so I'm gonna take it.
you can ding it every time
Like,
you
it's
told the dead.
like made of gold, or it's just golden in color.
Yeah, it's actually.
It is
so
made
good
of
to
gold.
see.
Yeah.
I'm sending it.
It's just it's like it's almost like a. Yeah, it's just a little golden bell.
I'm
Is this like the little,
Tiny.
is it like the little circular ones or the
It's
little
like
bell-shaped
a
one?
bell. Yeah.
It's like a collar bell.
Like a collar bell. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
How much is
You
it?
kind of like.
Probably a few copper.
You know what?
gold,
That's
though.
better than nothing.
Before
Okay.
Tyndale mentions to us to move some furniture and
I
stuff
thought that I
around.
can like put her somewhere
Yeah.
that's like available to everyone. Kind of.
Seeing the blood splatter on the wall, Usk's eye kind of gazes at it. Just big sniff.
Don't smell my blood.
Release it.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Not yours anymore.
Yeah.
Just kind of like
Lizard.
As you do, roll me a wisdom saving
Oh
throw.
my god.
The blood rush.
You don't
he's
know
a
where my
tiefling.
blood's been. You don't know where I've been.
Tastes a little more brimstony than most of the blood you drink.
What are you gonna catch from that little lick?
I'm a bird.
20, not 20.
Whoa.
20.
3 20s in a row?
Do you speak infernal?
What?
Okay. You hear whispers in your head as you're kind of like. You hear this. And it goes on for a little bit before eventually, like, you hear Zovra coming down with Skippy, and you see the light of torch behind her as Skippy's like got his torch lit. No, let's go, let's go, let's go! This captain comes around with her sword drawn out.
It's all right. It's all right. Put
is
the
this?
sword away. We found the stowaway. This
Where
is-
was she?
She was hiding in the storeroom. Young
We searched that.
Tyndale here saved the day.
Is this true?
Yeah.
Cassian, are you okay? She's kind of like, it's okay, it's over, it's over. Is everybody okay? Barrett, are you alright? You look hurt.
I point towards the mess that's the hallway. That's me.
You seem okay now.
Thanks to Davina. I'm
I
tired.
just gotta give a nod.
Real sleepy.
I lost a lot of blood.
I apologize. This should never happen under my watch. I'm embarrassed. Tyndale, thank you. Thank you so much. She goes up to shake your hand and kind of like
It's like limp.
it's like a wet fish.
Yeah.
She is understanding that it's a weird handshake and just kind of grabs it at the tips and kind of like, thank you very much. You have done us a great service.
It looks as if she's hiding in this barrel. So it'd be
In the barrel.
In the barrel. I found food scraps and this little bell.
Crafty. Kushagra, is this the one you seek?
Yes, this is the one who stole from my acquaintance. on
She
the island.
alive?
She will live. For now.
She well enough to move?
You're the doctor.
Give me a medicine check, Davina.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like,
I'm a cleric, not a doctor.
Oh, I
I'm not a doctor, I'm a divine soul.
I'm not.
She looks like she's like stabilized and you could move her around where she's not gonna bleed out or anything like that.
She's stable
Most of her
enough
injuries seem
to,
internal.
To move. Her injuries won't kill her if we do move her.
Upon hearing that, Usk literally just throws her onto his shoulder.
Usk, to my quarters, please, with this one.
Get zapped.
Zofra, may I be present for the interrogation?
Yes. Tyndale as well.
I mean,
If any of you otherwise will prove useful, please follow me. To my quarters.
I follow.
Skippy, lock it up. Make sure Cassian is okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna, before I leave, I'm making sure that somebody is in charge of Cassian.
Oh, it's okay, Dad, Cassian. It's okay. It's okay.
I think,
Oh,
yeah,
Skippy's
probably
here
a
for
little
you.
more- a little more pink. The red kind of drained.
As you guys are about the same height. Actually, Skippy's a little bit taller than you because
Yeah.
you're really small. He's
The
like,
red is for your blood.
you did good,
Yeah.
little one.
little.
You look like a shrimp.
As he's barely looking down at you.
Or like a
He's got a big of a belly on him, you know.
I think
He's a little bit.
just
I'll give the
just a
belly
drained red.
Tell a story.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my gosh, this is far too much excitement for old Skippy, that's for sure. I don't like this one bit. Cassian, let's go to your quarters. Come on. As Usk, you're basically leading the party up the stairs. Zavra goes around the corner and just raps against the door that's at the very end. Jason, wake up! We need you now. Take the helm. He pounds on it again. Wake up! And eventually he comes out, but as you guys are all making your way up to the captain's quarters, it's Jason following behind. Eventually he does go up and take the helm. As you're dragging her in, Zorva comes up in front of you and opens up the cabin door, and sweeps all of everything that's on the table off onto the floor. Throw her down on the table.
Is it all 6 of us?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the corner that has the chest in it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sit on
Help
the
up.
chest.
Barrett up the stairs.
I'm still very
Okay.
conscious of the object.
Okay. You see,
I
like
spilled so
Zovra
much blood
looks
out, but no,
over
what's
at you
going on?
and notices that you do that, but she kind of like, there's a lot of things going on right now, and she kind of. Are we able to wake her up? I would like to question this individual. How long will it be before she comes alive?
Can I show a medicine check?
Slap
mean-
her across the face.
You know that you can
Oh, I'm
revive her at some point. Like, it's a matter of whether you want to or not. It's
Then why
basically
don't you just slap her across the face? See if
You are
that
able
wakes
to,
her
yeah.
up.
Can I shock and grasp her awake?
She's unconscious right there.
Yeah, I know.
She doesn't wake up shortly.
I mean, we'll say for the sake of fun of it, it would be
I can
great.
wake her.
She'll wake her up. We need to question this individual. Maybe she knows something about this object as well. So as are you shocking grass,
No,
slapping
we
her?
can take care of
Okay,
it.
okay. So
But I want to be like, stand right in front of her.
Yeah.
Davina, you go over, and for the
My
sake of
aim
it,
with my hand.
we'll roll me a medicine check. Unless you want to use a spell.
No,
Okay.
It's fitting it first, though.
save
But
it.
popping face.
Slap a slapping hand ready.
Oh, you gotta give her the backhand.
So I would say this is like
19.
CPR kind of a thing, revival. So, you know,
19.
give CPR to Baxi.
Sit down. Use double slap.
As it doesn't take too long for you to pump life into her as you eventually her eyes just kind of
There she is.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
I just smiled down at her. She's all yours.
What a shocking turn of events.
tries to move and she realizes that she's bound.
Your electric personality shows no bounds.
Zovra kind of brings her sword out, puts it to her throat. Who are you? I'm Lucille. What are you doing on my ship? I am just traveling back to the mainlands.
What was this your is this your map? That your map?
Unfortunate. Ship has been at sea much longer than I anticipated. Where are we?
You going the wrong way.
You do not know what ship you are even on. My assumption was this was going to the nation, or
You going the wrong way.
you are far from home, little kitty. What is this object? Yeah.
Chakra in the
I don't
corner.
know how I feel about that.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm French.
What is this object that you've brought aboard my ship? I know nothing. Slaps the fuck out of her.
Yeah, as soon as she says she knows nothing, that's all. You can. I like
Use the
keep
backhand.
poking. No, I'll just kind of poke my head in.
Yeah. Takes it across the
You already
face.
asked
And she
for
kind of. I don't know what it is. I was just to steal it. I don't know what it is.
Did you steal it?
Who all of you guys are in? Roll me insight checks.
Good at that.
Not 20.
Nice.
Are you kidding me? That was 4 in a row.
Oh, I got an 8.
That's
22.
18.
13.
Oh, I'm the only dumb one.
Doesn't matter. Good.
You know she's full of shit.
Yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
As a general, she seems to not be entirely truthful right now. I swear, I don't know what it is. I was just told to retrieve it and bring it back.
Who told
She
you?
lies.
Who paid
My
for your service?
employers.
Names?
Zovra's like, you are in no position to play any games. If you want to escape with your life today,
Oh,
I suggest you cooperate.
I'm debating that myself.
How do I know you won't kill me anyways?
You don't.
The thing you should be concerned about is not death, but being kept alive in a sorry state.
Make me an intimidation check.
Yeah.
That time.
Cold shit.
Oh.
Got a good roll.
That was nice.
Thought it was a
That was
Like, it's
another
just
nat
a-
20 for a
Yeah,
second.
I was like, Jesus. He's
was
loaded
19.
dice.
Intimidation is charisma, so
Yeah.
19.
Jesus.
Okay. All right. It is a contract. My employers. Well, if you recognize, there's to my left. She gestures to her hip, where she may have. Did you take all of her weapons off her?
I didn't take anything.
Okay,
except
so she
for-
still has her weapons, but you're gold.
Priorities.
Pull this dagger out, and maybe you will recognize. Zovra is kind of like, shing, pulls it out. This means nothing to me.
I do have
Is she gonna pass it around?
Passes it around. Everyone can roll me history checks, except for Barrett. You can roll with advantage.
Shut the front door. Another 20.
Oh my
my
god,
God.
another 20. Me too.
What the?
I got a
What
dirty.
is happening?
I got a dirty 20.
What is happening?
I've lost count.
My last 3 rolls have been 20s.
That's insane.
I got dirty. Like
I got
That's-
a
magic
little nat
fingers there,
one.
boy.
Insane.
You got
It
that one.
does not want. It did not want me to die.
That one, 2
The
20s,
dice don't
30,
lie.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah.
The dice threatened you guys
So
enough
pretty
tonight.
much-
They were like,
so
okay,
pretty much
fine, you can have some 20s. Here you go. 20, 20, 20.
You get a 20.
So you guys collectively
Yeah, we have to
recognize
get
the symbol at the hilt of her dagger is a
My amnesia, I don't recognize.
half moon and a dagger, which you know
Oh.
means the Black Moon cult.
Do you know Black Moon Cult?
That's my main crew.
What's this black?
My boy crew.
I have no recollection of it.
So, does anyone else want to try and feel that? I can obviously tell you guys what it is, I suppose. Since you guys all rolled well, give me 2 shakes.
It's the symbol of Nita, right? The moon and the dagger.
It is a symbolic symbol of Nita, yes, but this is a little bit different. It's like a crescent moon instead of a whole moon, and the dagger is in such a way that it kind of makes a T. Give me 1 second. So the Black Moon cult,
That and then like dagger through it. Yeah.
they are very, very secretive. They're the gods that they worship, or what have you, are Nita and Getho. Getho is basically the god of chaos, anarchy, irregularities, is said to be the father of most off races in that regard because he likes to add a lot of confusion and things like that into things. Exactly. Nita is obviously the goddess of the Shadowfell. She is responsible for the moonlight and the night. During the night, it is said that Nita defeats Sutheya, and that is why it becomes night. And Sutheya is the goddess of the sun. So the day essentially is Sutheya beating Nita back off of the material plane, and Nita beats Sutheya back. During history, though, there has been long periods of time where Nita has defeated Sutheya entirely, and years of darkness cast across Mora, and there has also been long periods of daylight for the opposite reason, where Sutheya has beaten back Nita. The Black Moon cult basically exists to continuously disrupt and cause disturbances in the plans of other gods, as Nita, more so Getho, but Nita is the goddess of the Shadowfell, so it does have a little bit of distaste for certain things. So followers of this faith are largely mysterious, largely secretive, and mainly stick to the edges of civilization and are incorporated into it. So thieves, murderers, charlatans, cheats, liars, people that don't belong and are generally mischievous are picked up by this cult and taught the ways of what they do. And Zorva's kind of like, this means nothing to me. I know nothing of this Black Moon cult.
Names. I want. Who hired you?
I don't know any names. I just got a contract
For what?
for this object. It has a very high price for someone out there, and I don't exactly know who,
How
but
much do they offer you, and where are you meeting them?
roll me a persuasion check.
My hand went.
Yeah, getting that book. Hand strong. I'm just cracking knuckles.
Oh, I like little lightning.
8.
I don't
Why am I-
know. I told you I was just to meet them on the shores and then to contact them from there. I don't know who wants this, but the price on it was quite heavy. Enough for me to take the risk.
Did they tell you to look out for anything in particular when dropping it off?
No. Simply grab it and go.
I believe I am familiar with these matters. There would be a coded message sent out by Lucille that would be picked up by a third party, and then they would come to her. I have heard such things this way.
In Thieves' Cant, she's going to say, "Who do you work for? Who are your friends?" to everyone else who doesn't speak Pigscamp, she's like, March of the Penguins is a good time.
And I'm like, yeah.
I'm just
And I
like,
say,
This is
It's a movie.
penguins-
Zolvra actually understands it
penguins-
too.
Penguins mate for life and only carry one stone. But in Thieves' Cant, I'm saying, I am no friend of yours, and my friends are not able to help you.
Her face, if it could go white, it goes white. But she has fur, so it doesn't.
She goes
She
pale.
kind of like. Seems the gravity of her situation sinks in a little bit deeper. I can find out who the buyer is if you let me live.
how do we know you're not going to take off? Oh, is she talking in Thieves still?
Not right now.
No. How do we know you're
That
not
ship
going
sailed
to take off?
immediately from her. She was like, "Oh fuck."
Well then.
Is she speaking to like the room?
Yeah,
or-
she's speaking aloud to everyone. You guys are all like circled around the table that she's
Yeah.
on right now, just like looming shadows over her bound body and like
Unfortunately
shocked.
for you right now, it is Zovra's wishes. It's Zovra who will decide your fate. You should
Well.
be begging the captain for your life.
Since you have no information on this object, you have only caused disturbances on my ship. I believe your life belongs to me now. Kushagra, what about this object worries you?
It seems to have a sway over some of the passengers aboard, and it was warned to me before I found it that it is dangerous to look upon it, and this is all I know.
Well, perhaps we should see what that danger is.
I agree.
I don't
Usk,
know.
would you do the honors and grab her? And she begins to fiddle with her keys for a moment.
Are you sure this is wise, Captain? We have no idea what could happen. Why are we playing with fire when we have everything we need? We are safe. There is no need to do this.
Because why would
If it is punishment you wish, there are other ways to punish a prisoner. It's just so much
Slap
easier.
it.
Yeah, can I like get like a little like shocky in my hand right now?
Also, Usk is like clapping his jaw just a little.
Make me a persuasion roll with advantage. She does trust you.
Trust me.
It's 21? No, it's not possible.
It's a 12.
It's persuasion is this one 13.
I
will
suppose.
respect your wishes either way, but I urge caution in regards to this object.
If this object is a great evil, perhaps you are right, and maybe it will empower her. Maybe it will doom us all. Maybe for now, we leave it locked up.
Until we know more, I think that is wise.
I think for now as well, we will keep you, my dear, alive for now.
How's
Where
how's
should we
Barrett
put
looking right
you?
now?
I'm like holding him up.
No, I mean
Mentally.
with regards to the object.
what was that?
Are you pissed right now? Like, are you?
I was.
I know you want to see it.
I
You
wanted to-
stopped at it for the third time.
Oh.
Let's get it now. Let's get it.
Usk, I trust maybe we should tie this one to the mast. No?
Maybe let fish have.
We shall see if they bite. To the front of the ship with her.
Yes.
Have you some rope?
Thanks to Zed.
Let us see how long you last at the tip of the sea.
Go fishing.
Are you tying her to that?
I'm obsessed.
Tying her to the bowsprit. So, as you pick her up off the table, she's just quiet right now. Doesn't have anything to say. She's kind of fucked at the moment.
I'm behind you, so my hand ready.
And Zovra follows behind Usk.
When they leave, when it's just the rest of us, they're-
The 4 or 5 of you, I guess, are
I'm
alone.
gonna follow behind.
So 4 of you guys will be alone in the captain's quarters for a moment. The door is just open.
Chill.
honesty is not something that comes naturally. But
Acquired taste for many.
I feel like with you, and most of all with you, Kushagra, that I have to be honest. And I grab the dagger that was being passed around, and I match it up with the same symbol that's on my lute.
You're familiar with this cult?
My family.
You
Shut the fuck up.
The carnival is a sliver of the Black Moon cult.
do you feel very strongly about this cult?
I grew up in it. They raised me. I'm not with them currently. Everything is pointing at me.
I have not pointed anything.
No, not everyone. She's hired by the Black Moon cult. This object is in my head. Just tell me I'm insane.
You're insane.
Thank you.
Subject believes to be insane.
Say so.
All evidence points towards insane.
While you guys are discussing this, Barrett, Davina, and Kushagra, can you guys roll me wisdom saving throws?
Oh.
Not me.
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Wisdom.
That one.
How's it feel?
This is my second one in a row.
Feels good.
14.
Feels good.
14.
Okay. As you get there talking, and Davina, see her kind of like, as you begin to hear whispers in your head, Davina. You don't speak Infernal, do you? But you find yourself drawn and walking towards the chest as these voices are coming in your head, and you're just kind of like eyes blank, walking towards the chest. You still sitting on it?
Yeah.
She walked towards Kushagra
What is it, Davina?
before you kind of
Do I pay
stop for a moment.
What is it? Why? What is wrong?
I'm not sure. What just happened?
You
Approached me.
towards the Shagra as if you were going to ask him something.
Or is it the thing that I sit on that you were after?
Here's the one.
She's after dead ass.
That orb.
Are you trying to tap in with this
That
again?
orb can
Am
do.
I trying to tap in with them?
Trying to tap.
Roll me a wisdom check.
What one am I gonna roll that one with this time?
Come on.
Okay, so okay.
Okay.
It's not.
We're looking for a bond now. We're good.
It's mediocre.
14.
Kind of like
Pretty average, yeah. Still, it's pretty good.
just silence.
I thought I heard something.
Like
I
what?
must have been mistaken.
What did it sound like?
Strange whispers.
Does it sound familiar, Barrett?
I'm gonna relay what I heard in Infernal to you. It's kind of like, does it sound like that?
Yes. What does it... What is it?
Infernal.
But what... I don't understand. Why am I hearing it?
This object has a means of influencing people around it. This much we know.
The insanity is spreading to the other man.
You're just like running out of ink.
As for
I
you,
fear I
Barrett,
will be next.
I believe you
What does it?
when you say that you feel like a fly trapped in a web. Many threads are pointing towards you, surrounding this cult, this object, your infernal nature.
What?
My mother wouldn't have hired somebody to.
But you are not alone.
What were they saying?
Blood, more blood, quench the thirst, something, Karos. I can't make heads or tails of any of it other than I think it's coming from this object.
Blood can't be a good thing.
I'm guessing it's some sort of artifact of Karos. You're a man. Is there a god named Karos?
There is no god I am aware of named Karos. So far, it seems that it is an infernal name. Indeed.
Roll me a religion check.
Oh, religion.
That one. Not the religious
That
taste.
does
What
not
is religion?
yield any results. I'm sorry.
We're not even gonna bother.
Are you?
That's a
What is
strange
this?
name.
You speak
Yeah,
up.
What's up?
Karos doesn't ring any
What did the
bells
card
to you.
say?
Yeah.
Regalian.
Regalia.
What's this regalian?
So as Zovra walks to the front and you guys sling her around the bowsprit
I'm just watching.
from about 15 foot of rope, and she cinches her down, and you see her body kind of jerk with each step as she gets closer to the water before the spray of the ship is splashing her in the face the entire time. And she is about 15 to 20 feet hanging down from the bowsprit, from shackled up with her arms behind her legs behind her, and swinging from this rope. Yes.
Tim came out here for a good time.
I hope somebody
She
else.
is not feeling so good anymore. Looking at what's going on here. Yeah.
Oh, that's what that means. Yeah.
Zovra kind of like, there you will stay until I deem it fit to move you.
Make that bastard walk the captain has spoken.
She takes her coat, turns quickly, and storms back to her captain's quarters.
Before Captain leaves, Usk says, "Seems like waste of good meat."
Kind of chuckles. Those were little gnomish sneezes.
It's like the cutest thing. It's a Nell sneeze.
Oh, adorable. She chuckles a little bit.
But maybe not McKnight, maybe Snack.
Perhaps, my large friend. She continues back to the captain's quarters.
She'll just start walking away, kind of laughing to herself.
And that is a good place for us to end our session for tonight. Whew. Many World Masters Heart of Mora is recorded in Chibuktuk, in Mi'kmahi, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This territory is covered by the Treaties of Peace and Friendship, which recognizes Mi'kmaq and Wolastoqiyik title and establishes rules for what is to be an ongoing relationship between nations. We are all treaty people and proudly support working and cooperating together to create a peaceful community where we can all live our best adventure.